Fresh from Florida produce, as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down first week premium. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.89 per month for 54 months, 3.9 APR.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. They have the perfect outdoor cooker for Dad this Father's Day. Whether it's a grill, a griddle, or even a pizza oven, Tools Ace is your place for the best brands. They have the largest selection of Big Green Egg grills and accessories in all of Central Florida, with all sizes in stock ready to go. Plus, they have the classic Weber gas and charcoal grills, as well as premium gas grills from Napoleon. Plus, Traeger pellet grills for that wood-fired flavor, as well as the new Traeger Flat Rock griddle. And of course, Tools has all the marinades and rubs you need to make your food delicious every single time. And how about this? Pizza ovens from Uni, Halo, and Gosney. As always, get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or outdoor cooker, $3.99 and up. Tools Ace Hardware has 12 convenient locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. The best gifts for Dad this Father's Day are at Tools Ace, the grilling place.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Choose 2 full-size entrees, an appetizer, and 2 drinks for just $20. Smack my and call me Sally. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday, only at Tijuana Flats.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Join Promenade at Sunset Walk and the Osceola County Sheriff's Office Teen Driver Challenge Car and Truck Show, June 10th from 3 to 8 p.m., benefiting the Teen Driver Education Program. Live music by DJ K1X and the Society Band. Over 30 restaurants and shops, demonstrations, simulators, police copter, and more. Car show entry $30. All proceeds benefit the Teen Driver Education Program. Free admission and parking for spectators. Show car tickets and all info at sunsetwalk.com. That's sunsetwalk.com.
The new lifetime warranty at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Shop our huge selection of new Nissan inventory and get the best warranty with unlimited miles for an unlimited time. You have peace of mind for life. The lifetime warranty now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Good morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day needs today.
Watch the Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, right now, by booking your $159 AC rejuvenation at CoolToday.com.
Call today, cool today, CoolToday.com.
Order your Hummer EV at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, June 9th, 2023. Lots to get to today. From Trump faces 100 years in prison to the ball boycott crowd heads for Cracker Barrel. And a woman says, help me during a traffic stop. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy.
C-Lane is out. Josh is here.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And this never, ever happens.
What happened?
I checked the messages right before the show.
Oh, my God, you never do that.
I know, and this secret inbox had a message in it. It says, this is from New York City C-Lane. Let's see what he says.
Have a great Friday, you mother...
We did it, everybody!
Oh, yeah.
We made our way through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. You've done well. And we're going to have some fun here on a Friday. C-Lane's out. He's in New York City in the smoke, I think.
Yeah,
you know?
just inhaling it.
Yeah, hopefully it's a little cleaner than it has been for the last couple of days, and he's not dying out there.
I feel like we're getting a little something over here in Florida.
Yeah? It's starting to look hazier out there?
No, just I'm feeling coffee.
Oh, I felt like that all week long.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big coffee energy.
2 espresso shots deep. But that and I've talked to other people who feel like they have a cough going on.
Really?
And it might be, also allergies too.
Well, it also could be all the stuff they've knocked down across the street floats up in the air.
Everywhere within a 1 mile radius of my house and your house, construction.
Yep, yeah. And you just walk out and you suck in all the bad stuff.
Asbestos.
Not a good time. But we will have a good time today, so send us those dispatches. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Piers Morgan once more.
Yeah.
And he was on Talk TV, which is watched by tens of people around the globe.
Is that a cable network?
I have no idea.
All right.
It might just be on YouTube for all I know. But he was on Talk TV on Piers Morgan's show, and he decided to interview an OnlyFans creator. And this woman was not giving in to him trying to shame her for being an OnlyFans creator. And she had some real good answers for his questions. Let's listen in.
I'm just curious about you being someone who embarked on a law career, was obviously very bright, went to university, packed it in just for money to be effectively an online stripper. I mean, that's what you do, right?
Yeah. Way worse than an online stripper.
What do you mean way worse?
Way worse. Online strippers just, naked. I do things that are way more grotesque than that.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I love her. Subscribed.
She's saying, I do things that are way more grotesque than that.
Disgusting.
Always lean in when someone's trying to get you.
Yeah, and you can see the OnlyFans subscribers kind of peeking as she's saying these things. People are going, grotesque?
It's filthy.
Don't mind if I do. Let's go back to him.
Pornography, anything, but it's all within what I want to do, and I absolutely love it, and I'm really good at it. You know, I could be a good lawyer, yes, but also am I good at doing other things on video and camera?
How would you feel when you want to have kids yourself?
Oh, come on, Piers.
I don't really want kids right now. But at
You
least
will do. How old are you?
25.
Right, so you will do at some stage, probably, right?
Maybe.
When you do, you're going to be proud that you have your little ones and they look at you and go, didn't you want to be a lawyer, Mummy?
Love this answer that she gives. You know, like, Mommy, didn't you want to be a lawyer? You know, you're an OnlyFans
Yeah, because that's what
creator.
kids usually ask.
The kid's going to focus on this. Here's her answer.
What happened?
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, but look at all my stuff.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
Hell yes, dude.
He's like, wow. They can cry in their Ferraris. Let me tell you something.
I like her.
If I grew up rich and found out my mom was an OnlyFans star, I'd be like, good on you, Mom.
Exactly.
We got boats and we got Ferraris.
What do you have to deal with? Maybe a couple years in school of kids making fun of you, but
Yeah.
really it's like you got a hot mom.
And you're still in the Ferrari, so things are
Yeah.
going fairly well for
Good
you.
for her. What's her name?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, where
Let's see.
can we find this grotesque stuff?
Morgan is all I have. It just says Morgan.
Here's Morgan, OnlyFans. I mean, she deserves
Oh no,
to have her
hold
name
on.
out there.
Yeah,
Here's Morgan.
Morgan is
OnlyFans.
Morgan is his last name. So yeah, it doesn't. It just says OnlyFans creator. But she said her kids can cry in the Ferrari. You know what? I wanted to do the opposite of this growing up. We didn't have the Ferrari, so I wanted to cry to my mom for not getting involved in this kind of stuff.
Elle Brooks.
That's
by the
her.
way.
She's
Elle
probably
Brooks.
like top on OnlyFans. You know, she's probably one of the big creators over
She
there.
can top me.
All right, it's out there now. We'll see if she responds. Meanwhile, things aren't looking good in the world of former President Trump. Last night, he received word that he was going to be indicted on 7 counts. And on Tuesday, he will be in Miami to turn himself in. He is going to be the first former president in U.S. history to face criminal charges by the federal government that he once oversaw. This has never happened before. And he's taking it really well, you know?
Yeah, he's
like,
in the history books.
He's very just cool, calm, collected about this.
Was he crying? Is that the big question? Because this clip of him talking about it that's going around,
Yeah.
people are zooming in thinking that he did.
Like a tear?
No, like he had been crying, like his
Oh.
eyes are red and then went on.
His eyes do look puffy, I'm not going to lie to you.
That or he took a bong rip right before.
They said he did not expect this. Here he is on Truth Social
Look
talking
at that
about this.
screen.
Very sadly, we're a nation in decline, and yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country.
What is he standing in front of?
I was
Beautiful
wondering that
painting.
too.
Much better the second time.
It's like the most bizarre old-timey painting with some guy like tweaking his mustache in the background. It's very
All right.
weird. But yeah, he's upset about things, as one could imagine. He is indeed facing 100 years in prison if he was convicted on
100
all these
years?
charges. Yeah, 5 different charges. Well, there's 7 total, but of all of them together, there's 100 potential years.
time in the election than the first, and they go after him on
Third person.
a boxer's hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others.
Pull
It's been
that.
going on for 7 years.
Russia,
But
Russia,
they can't
Russia.
stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened.
A lot of hand
I'm
moving.
an innocent man. I'm an innocent person.
Vagina.
They had the Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years. That was set up by Hillary Clinton and Democrats.
He's like revisiting all the hits here. He's going through all the different things.
Hillary has not been in the game for a while.
He feels like he's been wronged here. And,
The emails.
I don't know what'll happen. Oh, Bad Fish on Discord says 100 years. Yeah, right. I'd be surprised if he does a year. I honestly don't know. This is more serious. The thing in New York was more of a political thing. I don't think he'll see anything in terms of a punishment for that whole case. There wasn't much there. But this is, 100 years is a serious thing to be facing down. And these are 7 charges that if people find him guilty of them, this is going to be an absolute cluster F.
But this is what they do.
This is what they
do so well. If they would devote their energies to honesty and integrity, it would be a lot better for our country.
It
They
would.
could do a lot
I
better.
agree.
They could do a lot of great things.
Vagina.
But when you look at what's happened to our country in the last 3 years, we were energy independent. We had a strong military.
And now-
that
What
wasn't
the
woke.
hell are you talking
We
about?
were doing so well. We were respected all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest tax cuts in history, biggest regulation cuts in history. And what do? You have a president where an election was taken, got more votes than any.
Did you say that with a question mark?
Take. I
like
feel like there's words he can't use, right?
I don't know.
Without getting sued.
Well, he could. Excuse me. He could also face a court order to be silenced on this case too. So he might end up being not able to talk about this.
What a time!
Wow, it's something. So there he goes. He's reacting to that. And on Tuesday he'll be in Miami, as I said, and he'll be going through that whole rigmarole once again through the court process and facing these charges. We will see what happens. CNN is saying that former President Donald Trump acknowledged on tape in a 2021 meeting that he had retained secret military information that he had not declassified, according to a transcript of an audio recording obtained by CNN. I haven't heard the audio. They say they have it. They say in it he admits to having some kind of secret information, blah, blah, blah.
Look at this really cool tanks they're building.
He was talking about Iran or something, but it's going to be an absolute mess to watch, and we got no choice but to sit back and watch it. When we come back, there is a brand new app that's looking to change the game. You got to hear about this because this could be something a lot of people might start using. Plus, we want to hear from you. Your dispatch is already rolling in on a Friday. Let's have some fun together. Woo! Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. All that and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
Hey family, what's going on? I hope you have a great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few delays and incidents you should know about. An off-ramp right lane is blocked, and that's due to an incident northbound from the Greenway to get towards University Boulevard. Beside that, OBT southbound is closed at Washington Street due to an incident, and your usual delay, I-4 east and westbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd at T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders can score tickets and other awesome experiences before anyone else for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last.
Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details.
What's in your wallet?
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa. Hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hey Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document, and then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert, and that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
Don't miss 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your favorites like those tacos, burritos, and more. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Get it while it's hot at Tijuana Flats.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch Today, weekday mornings on NBC.
Now, new and used cars come with a lifetime warranty. Click OrlandoNissan.com. Radio. Radio. 104.1.
That I always love to see, just because it's next level greedy, is when you get one of these big, gigantic companies, right? And some other company out there has come up with a fun, unique idea, and then the other giant company goes, that's cool, we'll steal that. We're going to do that instead.
We're going to rename it.
We'll rename it, and we'll use our big marketplace to completely shut you out. That happens all the time. And it happens with, like, the social media apps. If somebody else comes up with a good idea, every one of the social media apps just steals it.
Yeah.
Stories, like, came out, and then everybody stole Stories.
That and, like, and the big thing, I just remember the huge shift was Snapchat. Like, they changed their entire platform, the way that it looked, and everyone was very thrown.
Yeah.
But then they added this feature of the story, and then boom, everyone takes advantage of it.
Yeah, and in this case, there's something that I don't think you've used, Sabrina, but Josh has for sure.
Pornhub.
No.
It's an app. it's
Guilty.
An app called Turo, which
Turo, I've used a bunch.
Oh, you've used this too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the
I've
only
used
one
it
who's-
a really long time ago it was Colorado and LA, but that was pre-pandemic.
And
so.
basically, it was a challenge to the rental car companies, and it allowed anybody to rent their car out to just, user of this app.
And I remember one of them, I think it was the California one, they had like 15 cars.
Right.
Like we were talking to the owner of it, and that is their business.
Right.
Now.
It's kind of smart, too. And they have, like, you can get nice cars on this.
Yeah.
You can get, what'd you get? Did you get a Tesla or?
I rented a Tesla here one time, and then twice in Vegas I've rented convertible Mustangs. It's a big business out there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We
Because
did
all the
convertible.
tourists. Yeah.
Convertible for California, and then we put the top down.
Oh, yeah.
And then the that giant campfire started.
Oh, great. That's not good.
And ash was raining into the car. And we had to pull over. Yeah, it was awful.
That.
We didn't get to use the convertible.
But they put all this work into it. They come up with their idea. Turo is out there doing this peer-to-peer car rental service. It's great. I think it's fantastic. Then we read headlines like this. Uber is launching a peer-to-peer car sharing service that will allow people to earn money by loaning their car to strangers when they're not using it. And they said it's another way the ride-hailing network is trying to rethink transportation. They didn't rethink anything. They saw Turo becoming successful, and they said, we're bigger than them, so we'll just steal their idea.
And charge so much more.
Charge more money, and then, make a whole bunch more money, and we're good to go. It's going to be called Uber Car Share, and anybody is going to be able to set their own daily and hourly pricing on their vehicle in 15-minute increments. Fuel is included in the cost.
15-minute increments.
Yeah, 15-minute increments. So, if you
Good luck, LA.
wanted a car for 30 minutes, you could get that, I guess. And they don't even mention anything about where they got this from. They just said, we got a breakthrough idea. We're going to steal this. And the people at Turo just have to deal with it. One thing I didn't know, and Josh was saying this morning, I think, there's another thing at Uber. Have you ever heard of this, Sabrina? There's a thing at Uber where you can rent somebody else's car to use that to be an Uber driver. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know what it's called or anything.
They have a deal, I think, with Hertz where you can just rent a car and then use it to drive Uber.
Oh.
And then your first couple rides pay off the rental fee, and then the rest of the money's yours.
Right.
I had never heard of that. I do remember when it first started was they had a deal with Toyota or something where you can get a brand new car and they will just take the payments out of your paycheck.
Right, yeah. And in this case, you do the runs, the drives to pay off what the rental fee would be, and the rental car company wins and Uber wins. And then after that, you just keep going in the rental car until you bring it back, I guess, for the rest of the day. But this is different. They're going to let anybody rent out their own cars. They're just stealing ideas from people like they always do. Before we go to you and your first dispatches on a Friday, remember, go send those right now at thenewsjunkie.com and press us with your skills today. I always wonder how this can happen. I don't wonder that. Okay. But I wonder this, okay? There's a woman. I'm going to bring this up so the people on the stream can see her, okay? And this woman is in trouble. She's on trial in England. And they said her name is Georgia Bilham. And here's Georgia Bilham. It's a photo of her. She's a young teenager. Oh, no, she was a teenager when some of this started, but she's 21 now. And she's on trial for 17 sexual offenses.
Ooh.
Now, here's what they say she did. And I just don't know how this works. They say a teenage girl, because she was a teenager when she did this, who pretended to be a boy in order to engage in sexual activity with a severely short-sighted girl, duped a second teenager, they said.
Wait. I feel like we've heard about this case before.
I don't know if this is the same one just going to trial or if this is another time when this happened.
Because I remember a couple years ago, it was a woman who I think was roommates with the victim.
Yeah.
Pretended to be a boy.
I think that might have been another one.
And then ended up getting charges.
Yeah, and they had sex and everything.
Right.
There was sex going on here, and the person did not notice what was happening. They said Georgia Bilham, 21, is on trial for 17 sexual offenses after allegedly deceiving a teenage girl into sex by pretending to be a boy. The alleged victim, who can't be named, insists she did not consent to have sexual contact with the girl. She believes Bilham was a boy named George Perry who had anxiety and claimed to be paranoid because he was mixed up with Albanian drug dealers.
Oh, right. And that is what sealed the deal?
If I had $1,
And they said whenever the pair met, Bilham, who's from Chester, disguised her long blonde hair by keeping her hood up even when in bed. She wore male clothing and put on a deep voice with a Birmingham accent.
Hello.
Credit to her voice.
You think she wants to bang me? Oh, wait, I have my thing.
Can you imagine that working? And all of a sudden, you're like, yeah, let's do this thing. Just hanging out with my friend George.
I get it. You're confused for Albanian drug dealers all the time.
That's why you sound like that.
Who's the little lady who wants to have a shag?
Oh, hey, sir, how are you?
I'm doing all right, thinking I'm going to get me some lay.
You're not anxious or paranoid, are you?
I'm a little. It's got to do with all the drugs I've been. Who is it?
Albanian.
Without the Albanians. What is happening?
You're going all over the place. I was
This
believing.
effects thing is a little bit confusing. Hello?
Nikita
Hello.
Hughes, 22, said she was 16 when they first started chatting. She said she called him Brummy George.
Brummy George in the house, baby.
That's your name, because of your accent, of course. And met him just once after a failed attempt to meet him in a Nando's. Greatest place ever, by the way.
chicken. Nando's and getting me some Fandos.
It's so good. And they said she told police there was something strange about George, but she couldn't put her finger on it.
I think it was the boobs.
She didn't notice that. She had no idea it was a girl. Getting evidence without screens, they said she was added on Snapchat in 2021, and they started talking all the time. So, yeah, this is a different one. This happened recently. She sent her a photograph purporting to be of the guy, George, and she never got a proper look at his face, even though they had sex and everything, because her vision is so
I
bad.
hit it from behind, love. Don't look in the eyes.
So she finds herself in a little bit of trouble here, and well, good luck there, I guess.
Wow.
Let's hear from you. Let's see what you got going on where you are. I was
I'm
believing.
horny.
I was believing it. Here's the big show with the Dispatch.
News junkies, Josh, what's going on?
Hey.
Hello. Your boy Big Show here. So Uber steals everything because when I lived in New York City, I used to call taxi drivers and to a specific like restaurant or something, and tell them, look, I don't need the taxi, I'm not there, grab the food, bring it to me. I will
you're
pay the
saying you
cab
invented
fee,
Uber
I will
Eats?
give you
I
the
think
money.
he is.
And yeah, hence Uber Eats.
They owe you big time.
And everything else, because there were certain restaurants back in New York that did not deliver before DoorDash and everything else that didn't deliver. So that's how I got them to deliver. I would order a taxi cab to that restaurant, tell them, look, this is what's going on.
You gotta sue.
And they did it. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, Big Show out.
Thank
There's
you,
also
Big Show.
like delivery services. I mean, I had a small stint as a pizza delivery gal.
Yeah, but at the beginning it was only pizza and like Chinese places. There wasn't a lot of other places that delivered way back in the day. And then you had like some like sandwich shops and stuff would start it, and now damn near anything you can get that way. Kolak on Discord says, "Who looks at someone's face during sex?"
Not me, unless I'm crying.
never make eye contact, not one single time. That's creepy, actually. Here is Indica Soul chiming in.
Happy Friday, guys.
Hey,
Sean, where is your money?
oh boy.
Oh yeah, did you get an update on that?
So yesterday after the show, I go into the office and I call up this company, and I had said that I looked and
where the hell's my money?
one of my 401ks was zeroed out. Like there was no money in there, and it says withdrawn. And they could have said something else, but they said withdrawn, and I'm like, somebody stole my money. Happened back in March, and I didn't even notice until now. And so I called them up, and they're like, oh yeah. We sent you plenty of paperwork on this. And they said, we sent it to your house, 55 West Church Street.
Oh, right. Where's that? Did you not do the mail forwarding thing?
I did, but I guess it only works for like some certain period of time because I don't think I get them anymore.
Yeah, I think it goes like a year and a half, and then they stop it.
Yeah, because they can't. I mean, it makes sense that they can't do it forever because other people are going to move in there. They're going to have problems with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I called them and they said, "Yep, your money's over here," and they had me log into this new thing, and they showed me, and the money existed there. Alternatively, maybe that was the hacker right there that I was talking to with a fake website to make it look like my money was still there to keep me calm.
That makes sense.
But no, I think it's all good. I think I've located it. My blood pressure has dropped quite a bit.
Good.
Feeling much
Just
better. About
go to
things.
the next meeting of Sean's info, and you're good.
I know. I need to attend those a bit more regularly, it would seem. Here is TX with the Dispatch.
News junkie.
Hey.
All right. First of all, we gotta start this shit off like this.
I'm sorry?
12 minutes into the day, and coughing Sean is already overdue with the coughing.
What are you talking
about? Jesus, bro. Where are you at so I can like Uber Eats you some tea or some mints or something? But anyway, it's Friday and we're lit.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day. Papa Lane.
George is back.
Me thinks that I've got me a cough.
It sounds like it.
I don't know what George is yet. This might develop throughout the day.
I like George. I like him. His voice sounds
I think
nice.
George is a they, them.
Yeah, it might be that way. Let's just do one more. This one's weird. It says, I killed Shamu.
Hey, News Junkies, app listener.
Also
here.
not the voice I thought would be there.
Probably Friday when you hear this. If not, happy whatever. Yeah, we're talking about Shamu and SeaWorld and all of that such. I'm 41, and I too got the opportunity to sit on Shamu as a young child at the Houston SeaWorld. And I was a bit of a heavier child. And it was about, I went back to school. I was like, I'm the coolest, you know. I had like one Polaroid picture by that point. A couple weeks later, the Shamu in question died. And, that didn't fare so well, being a chunky kid in an elementary school, already claiming I sat on it. So that would kind of destroy me.
I'm the coolest.
But yeah, I killed Shamu.
Today's going to be weird, man.
10 out of 10.
I like that. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, more of you. And also, there is a new crime you can get away with, it turns out. And I'll tell you how to get away with it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Today is a Fox 35 storm alert day. We are monitoring the potential for some strong to severe storms to arrive mainly between 3 and 9 o'clock this evening. Heavy rain, frequent lightning, gusty winds, as well as small hail will be possible. Make sure you're staying weather aware and depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World Jobs.
We're hiring. Come be a part of the magic at Walt Disney World Resort. Discover full-time and part-time roles, including bus driver, culinary, lifeguard, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs. That's waltdisneyworld.jobs.
The roar of the crowd, thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/yellowtailwine.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert, and that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Want to improve your marksmanship while saving ammo and saving money? Get better faster with the Mantis X dry fire training system.
It's time to shoot tighter groups.
The Mantis X dry fire training system.
Score 97, bang on the money.
The Mantis X is a smart sensor that fits any weapon with a rail or adapter, pairing to your smartphone or tablet. Analyzes your shooting and tells you how to improve.
Mantis.
94% of shooters improve after just 20 minutes.
X.
Go to MantisX.com.
MantisX.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
You know that expression, the grass is always greener on the other side? Well, with Massey Services, it's literally true. Why? Because Massey does what the others don't. Every lawn is unique. So Massey starts with a detailed analysis and then builds a customized plan to prevent and control weeds, diseases, and harmful pests. Then they aerate to ensure water and nutrients reach the roots of your lawn. That's the Massey difference. Expect more and get it.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
The internet can be an all-you-can-eat buffet for identity thieves.
So full.
Too many maiden names.
And social security numbers.
Where'd you find those?
By the password bar. Can't miss them.
LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss by monitoring your credit and bank statements. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Help us help you fight the bot wars on your feed.
Surrender peacefully. Resistance is futile.
Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Just in case you're wondering, if you're watching the show today on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie.
New angle alert.
Josh broke the wide shot.
My bad, guys.
I don't know what happened.
Show it again real quick.
The wide shot is now not quite as wide as it used to be.
It's something.
But I said, you know what? Let's throw a piece of decor up there and make people feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, otherwise it's just like a weird empty area. We'll get that fixed at some point in time.
Not this show. Or Monday.
Because Badfish said on Discord, I don't like this new break cam. Yeah, I mean, it's just...
We can keep adding stuff to it.
It's what you got for
You'll
now.
have to take it down during the weekend, but we got it.
Whatever makes it more exciting for people. C-Lade's in New York for a couple of days, but I'm wondering if he's going to be able to go to this concert that he's trying to go to.
I mean, left the show Thursday with, like, it's looking a little bit more clear. And I don't know if he was just saying that to make himself feel better that they're going on the trip regardless.
I think it was. I think it's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but they said a number of high-profile events happening around New York and the surrounding area are facing cancellations, from the Governor's Ball Music Festival to the Belmont Stakes, even, due to concerns about unhealthy air quality. It's getting better every day. All the schools are closed in New York City. And the baseball parks have been open for the last day or so, but they say some of these could be shut down. I think the concert, what concert did he say he was going to again?
Oh, come on.
Billy Joel? Was it Billy Joel?
No,
Dave Matthews Band. Was it Dave Matthews Band?
Yeah, it's Dave Matthews.
Okay, well, Dave Matthews Band. It's outside the concert that he's trying to go to, so that could be on the chopping block too. And they said, we're closely monitoring the air quality with weather experts and are in close contact with city officials. So we'll see what the hell happens with this whole thing. And it could go down to like just the wind shifting at any moment and changing everything that we're looking at here for the next couple of days or so.
I know we're supposed to get pretty bad weather this weekend.
I know, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, but I keep saying this. I got to tell you something. All right. You know,
tell us.
Just a little gripe on my part, if you don't mind. They bought, Apple did, that Dark Sky app.
Yes.
And they finally made it so like they broke
on
it.
the weather app for Apple.
Yeah, they just made it so the default weather app for Apple is done by the Dark Sky people. And it sucks now.
It does suck.
It's
Dark
no
Sky
good.
still open up by like habit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Because
it
Dark
just
Sky
says,
was so good.
No internet connection. Try again.
Aw.
And I go, but I am connected on the internet.
I used to use that all the time. It was so good. It would tell you like it's going to start raining in 3 minutes and stop raining in 27 minutes. And son of a bitch, it would do exactly that.
And you could see the radar. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess you could do that too if you keep scrolling down, but it's just not the same.
No, it sucks now. And Courtney will be like, "Oh, it's going to rain today from this time to this time," and then after the show, she'll be like, "It didn't even rain," and she's getting all mad, like trying to plan stuff around this. It's garbage, man. All right,
Yeah.
I hate it. Boots
You're
and
not
Moonshine
alone.
on YouTube says, Sean, this is a huge gripe for me. There's got to be other people like Sabrina and I who have been trying to use this thing.
All right,
and
so
it's
give
just-
us the new app to use.
Yeah, what's the best one? What's the one that actually works, for God's sake? Because this one doesn't seem to work anymore. I got a tip for you. All right, if you want to get away with some fun stuff, move to the state of California.
Oh, okay.
That's where you can break some crime or break some laws.
Break that crime,
do some
dog.
crimes, break some laws.
Crime breaking.
And you can get yourself in no trouble. They had a story yesterday where the Los Angeles Police Department was in pursuit of a driver in a pickup truck, right? Guy's hauling ass. He's driving recklessly. He's drunk. There's a child in the vehicle with this guy. And the cops are following him on the 405, and he's just cruising along in this truck, drunk as hell, speeding and all that. And they said, you know what? Cut the chase. And they stopped chasing the guy and just let him go. And they never arrested him.
Okay, well, I mean,
They didn't catch up with him.
I could see why making that decision. You're going to pit maneuver with a kid in the back of the
No,
car?
of course it's much more dangerous, but you got to keep like the chopper on him, and then when he gets to some house or something, arrest the guy. They're like, it's unclear if the authorities made any contact with the suspect. They just stopped chasing the drunk guy with the kid in the car and let him drive off down the 405.
Nature will work it out.
And I don't understand it. Sometimes they do in California have the police chase, and we see it on TV. But sometimes they call it off. And I don't know what the rules are for when they call off the chase or when they have the chase. And I know it's different in different states, but like I've seen ones where it's a high-speed chase and it's going on for like an hour or
Right.
something. The one guy in a truck who the cops shot like his window and all that stuff.
The guy that changed cars 3 times.
Yeah, that was wild. And the cops never stopped chasing that dude. So why do they stop chasing this guy? Maybe because they thought the kid was at risk. Well, the kid's at risk either way, really.
Less fun.
Yeah, maybe they're like, we're not going to do this. There's a little kid in the car, but they stopped the chase, and the driver was weaving in and out of lanes and went into the distance, free once again.
Bye.
There is a brand new conspiracy that just dropped.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love to get in on these early. And it's about, well, obviously it's about the smoke.
Right.
You know, the Canadian fires that are leading to all this smoke across the United States.
And the origin of this conspiracy theory, what group?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know where this guy's from. Maybe he says something about it in his video, but he's real serious. He's cracked the case
Good
here.
morning, everybody. Wanted to touch on
Okay.
this one.
I got scared
Listen
for
to
a
his
second.
voice.
Hello, everybody.
His voice is so deep.
I thought for sure I was going to look up and see someone like just the black silhouette.
No, that's it. That's
just
his
his
actual
normal
voice. That's him
Okay.
talking.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Wanted to touch on this one this morning. It's getting so bad that that I don't think people really truly understand what's going on.
They don't.
If you haven't heard the latest up here in Canada, BC's on fire, the East Coast is on fire, and now Quebec.
Is this what a deep voice Canadian sounds like? Maybe I've just never heard that before.
Sounds less soft than the rest of them.
So he's a Canadian conspiracy theorist, and he thinks this is all some bigger
Quebec,
plan.
all in one day, the entire province caught fire on a beautiful day. This is planned, and I'll tell you why it's planned.
Why?
They want to move people out of the countryside into cities. Then they want to lock them down in 15-minute cities. How do you do that?
15
contaminate the air, contaminate the water, and so on. They started contaminating the water, as you know, in the past few months.
I love when people are doing conspiracy theory talk and they
Like
say,
you-
as you know.
Yeah. Like, as you remember, the aliens came a couple
common
months
knowledge.
ago.
Look, we all know that we have a shared agreement that this part is true. And he says 15-minute cities, which I don't quite know what that is.
FEMA camps.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
maybe that's what he's talking about. But his idea is that they're doing this on purpose so that people are forced to move into the cities. But the cities are what is covered in smoke. New York City is covered in smoke. So, I mean, I don't know if that part adds up as much. But maybe it's just a Canadian conspiracy theory. It's just for them.
And now, with train derailments and all that stuff, all across North America, not just in Canada.
Right, yeah.
And that was purposefully done to contaminate water sources.
As you
and
know.
then justify people's relocation by saying the water is contaminated.
I have no
You
idea
can't
what he's
stay
talking
here.
about.
Or
It's
the air's
hard to hear him.
contaminated. You can't stay here.
Ooh.
Relocating them into whatever, hotels or
Motels.
different establishments
All over
within
your
city limits. This is all a ploy and a plan to get
It
people
is.
into cities to implement their smart cities, and it's the only way they can control you. First, they have to go to digital currency and get you into smart cities.
Yeah, of course.
This is happening, and this is real. This is evil.
This is evil, he says. This is real evil
There was a
stuff.
lot of information in terms I've never heard of.
Yeah, I don't know what
We're
the hell
just
he's talking
supposed
about.
to take his word for it.
We're just moving to big cities. That's what he said. They want them out of the countryside, which I haven't heard a big push for people
As
to
you all know. Damn
be-
it. As you all know. Nope.
I believe in you.
As you all know. No, that's not it.
As you all know.
Getting closer.
Why does it sound like I'm talking to a can?
I have no idea.
So weird.
You're the one hitting the buttons over there.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, whoa.
There.
It is real deep. It's so deep that you can't understand it, just like that guy's voice.
That sounded like a cartel video.
Oh, God. All right, quick. Actually, let's do some
Best of luck with
dispatches.
everybody, whatever happens with
Yeah.
the 15-minute cities.
Let's go into a couple of dispatches here. It's Drew Dude with a dispatch.
Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, guys.
You too.
So I guess you guys are talking about Shamu or SeaWorld or something like that.
Yeah.
Funny story. My
Better
first
be
date
funny.
with my wife, we both worked at SeaWorld and we were on International Drive just walking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
Ambulance passed by and I jokingly said, "Oh, that's probably for SeaWorld." Found out later on that day it was for SeaWorld. That was when the trainer got killed by Shamu. And yeah.
Hilarious story.
Anyway, we go pop pop.
Wow.
And then a larger kid sat on Shamu and killed it.
Got revenge. Here's Swilly chiming in. He's talking about summer camp.
Hey everybody, happy today.
Hey.
So somehow I survived this summer camp.
All right.
I'm taking the
That was
truck to
quick.
gas it up. We'll pack it up tonight. We're rolling to get home tomorrow. It was just a week of moving hundreds of bags of trash.
Oh.
Countless coolers full of ice. And 4 full pallets of water cases.
So many
40
kids.
bottles apiece. So if my math is right, it's about 7,000 bottles of water. And I moved.
How big is this
all of
camp?
them.
Huge.
And I'm never doing this again. Okay, goodbye.
You know, I love the follow-up dispatch because earlier in the week he's like, I'm having a blast helping out at this summer camp.
I did hear him on Monday,
Uh-huh.
so this is a nice end on
Yeah,
that.
this is the bookend of it. But he on Monday he was like, "This is so great, hanging out with the kids, working with the kids." Now he's like, "I'm never doing
I
this
hate
again." Excuse me.
Bless
There is Seychelles with a dispatch.
Good morning, the news junkie.
You know what he's gonna say.
Yep.
Excuse
Joe,
me.
and my lovely
You're drilling?
Sabrina. Sean, you forgot all about one of the biggest company that keeps stealing technology,
Apple,
and then making theirs, or taking technology and then just do a
Apple.
little few improvement on it and then
right.
Making
calling
it
it
theirs.
theirs. Now, let's just remember something. BlackBerry, iPhone.
Yeah.
The watch.
The watch.
The cameras.
They stole it all.
The glasses.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Google Glasses.
All right, I see where you're going. You're going on and on with that, but I understand what you're talking about. There.
Fried technology, boiled technology.
There is a crazy story out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I wonder what the officer was thinking when all this went down, but a police officer helped save a kidnapping victim during a traffic stop. They said North Myrtle Beach Police said in a Facebook post that Officer Kayla Wallace was in the area of U.S. Highway 17 patrolling when she saw a white Jeep run a red light. So she sees this Jeep run a red light, and she does a traffic stop. As she comes up along the side of the Jeep, she sees a woman in the driver's seat and a man in the passenger seat. And the woman stares directly at her when the officer gets next to her. And she says with her mouth, she doesn't say it out loud, but just with her mouth, she says, "Help me."
Wow.
And then
Did she do the hand signal? Have you seen that?
I don't know if she did that, but she said, "Help me" twice without saying it audibly. And the cop, really smartly, goes over to the passenger side of the vehicle, says, "Sir, step out of the vehicle," cuffs the guy, puts him in the back of the car, and then goes, "What's up? Why are you saying help me?" And then she tells the story, right? And they said that this guy had just shot somebody. Wallace went back to the Jeep and spoke with the driver. She told the officer that the man had shot someone. Moments later, a bolo for a Jeep went off on the police radio.
Wow.
The shooting happened in South Carolina just before the car was spotted by Wallace running the red light. When officers arrived at the scene of the shooting, they found a victim who was shot in the stomach. The victim was taken to the hospital. A witness told police the shooting happened at the Waterway House restaurant, and they identified the person. And I guess there was this guy who was shot. The woman who was driving the vehicle was with the guy that he shot, and he said, "Get in the car and start driving." And so God only knows what he was going to do with this woman, but she just happened to be, lucky enough to have the police pull them over at the perfect time. Otherwise, Jesus, it could have been really, really bad. And thankfully it wasn't. Let's go over to, let's see here. Bro Fro is chiming in.
I'm getting a Miami Vice feeling that if he starts to escape offshore, that Nash Bridges is going to go after him and stuff. Got to have a pink jacket, though. This is insane.
It's going to be wild, this whole Trump thing. It's going to go down on Tuesday in Miami. You'll have supporters there. You'll have people who don't like Trump there. It's going to be everything that you would expect in all the drama that you would be looking for. One more. Somebody's talking about the 15-minute cities. Here's funny name.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Love when Josh is on the show. Love hearing your voice, man.
Thanks.
The conspiracy theories. I had to Google 15-minute city. It's a city where basically everything you need is within a 15-minute drive or walk from your location.
So we're in a 15-minute
like a real
I think
dense
so.
thing, and there's actually a conspiracy theory about 15-minute cities on the interwebs. Have a look at it.
Yeah, I know about this because there was some proposed law in England that was only going to allow people to visit certain cities or stay within their own 15-minute city. It was one of those things that was supposed to cut down on driving and pollution, and I don't know what the story was with that, but yeah, it's fed into a lot of other conspiracy theories afterwards. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we've got to get into more of your dispatches, plus big news from a very big name in Hollywood. What's happening? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio 104.1 is 30 years old. Guess it's time to move out of our parents' guest house. Garage. Thanks for keeping the dream alive over 3 decades.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on, family? Hopefully your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few things happening you should know about. The first, OBT southbound is closed at Washington Street. So you're going to want to seek an alternate route there, as well as Goldenrod Road, both north and southbound lanes affected at Charlin Parkway. So careful with that incident there as well. Beside that, your usual delays east and westbound on I-4, approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8900. 888-477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
Humans can do a lot of amazing things. Fighting bugs? Ew, about get it. Isn't one of them. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Carlos Mencia on June 9th and 10th.
I don't even get drunk around my fat friends.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. Food runners, dish. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Choose 2 full-size entrees, an appetizer, and 2 drinks for just $20. Smack my and call me Sally. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. From morning wake-up to afternoon pick-me-up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you and you with Amino Energy.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Good morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day meets today.
Watch the Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
So, what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right? Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
Summer's heating things up, outside and on the grill. Whether you're smoking a brisket or grilling up veggies, Kingsford Original Charcoal delivers the consistent performance and smoky wood-fired flavor barbecuers crave. Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford.com. Kingsford Original Charcoal lights faster and delivers consistent performance compared to nationally available charcoal in the USA.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert, and that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
The roar of the crowd, thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/YellowtailWine.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
On the app or in-store, Orlando runs on Duncan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
For hanging out with us on a lovely Friday, no matter where you're listening today. You might be in Orlando or West Palm Beach or on the Treasure Coast or in Dallas or just anywhere around this country or the world hanging out with us, and we appreciate that today. I saw this news about Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad and a lot of other stuff too, actually. He was in, he was in a show where he was a judge, and Courtney loved that
Honor,
show.
Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor. That's what it was.
But I heard it was really good.
It was pretty good. It was one of those kind of thriller things, and you had to guess what was happening next. And
of course, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle,
Never
which
forget.
He
That's
wants
the
to
one.
redo that. He wants to do I think they were talking about doing a dark revisit to Malcolm in the Middle.
Well, considering the middle child, or was he the oldest? Was Danny Masterson, I thought.
Oh, was he?
I thought, was it
his
not
brother was Francis in the show.
Yeah.
He was not on the show.
Yeah, you had what's his name, Frankie Muniz.
Yeah,
he was Malcolm,
and he's kind of retired from acting now. I think he's a race car driver actually. And he was in a band before that, but so anyways, Bryan Cranston says now that he is going to quit Hollywood in 3 years. He says he's going to do everything he wants to do in the next 3 years, and then he's going to head off to France and spend some time with his wife. And
who lives in France?
Does his wife live in France? I don't know if she lives.
What France has to do with this.
Well, basically, the point is, he's saying for the last few decades of his life, his wife has done everything to accommodate him in his acting career, and that's meant him not being there. That's meant having to go to all kinds of things. That's meant a lot of stuff. Of course, there's been good stuff that's come from that, too, for her. But that's meant her having to be accommodating to his acting career for all these years. And he goes, when I think he's going to hit is 70 or something. Is he that old? Is he 67, Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, he is.
Holy cow. Yeah,
he looks good.
When he hits 70, he says, me and my wife are going to pivot and adjust her life based on mine. And it says she has tremendous benefit from it, but we're uneven. I want to level that out. She deserves it. So they're going to move to this small French village. They're going to learn the language and tend to a growing garden, they say.
Why does this have to be a public statement?
He wants everybody to know he's got 3 years and then he's dipping out. And he's just going to be done with this stuff.
$5 says it will last all of 2 to 3 years before he ends up in something else.
Well, I could see, imagine you're that big of a deal. He even said he's going to sell his half of Dos Amigos or
Dos
Hermanos? Is that what it
the
is?
one he has with Aaron
Yeah,
Paul?
Dos Hombres.
That's it.
Yeah, he's selling
2 guys.
He's selling his half of that. He's selling his production company, Moonshot Entertainment. He's doing all this stuff. But I think that what can happen in so many of these cases is you do this and then you retire to your little village in France, and for 3 weeks you're like, this is beautiful, and then all of a sudden you go, I'm bored. I'm really bored. It's like when we get to our yearly Christmas vacation, and for once we get a big stretch. We get 2 weeks off. And for the first 3-4 days, I'm like, this is great. And then a weekend, I'm like, all right, okay. And then when it gets to about 2 weeks, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to do the radio show again. I'm done with this. I think you're gonna run into that because it's just too different of a lifestyle. To go from Hollywood to a tiny little place in France and say you're just going to grow a garden and learn the language, that's a real big change right there. He said, I will not be taking phone calls. I'll be 70 years old at the time. And in the meantime, he's starring in Wes Anderson's Asteroid City. I don't have to watch that movie because I know what it is. It's a Wes Anderson movie. That means it's beautiful and not really that entertaining.
And symmetrical.
Yes, it's like stunning to look at. Every frame of the movie you could frame and put it on your wall. That's what a Wes Anderson movie looks like. But you're watching it and then you're like, I don't know if I'm actually interested in the story of this one. Most of them have been like that for me. I'm trying to think of one that stands out.
I like French Dispatch,
I
which
never
was
saw
his
that.
latest one.
He can get every Hollywood celebrity he wants to be in his movies. The latest one, I saw like the run-up of people. Can you look this up, Josh? Look up Asteroid City, because I think this was the one
Asteroid City,
where the cast was just like everybody famous is in this movie.
Yeah, you got, I don't know who this is, Maya Hawke, Tom Hanks, Jason Schwartzman, Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie.
Isn't Maya Hawke the one from Stranger Things, the lesbian?
Oh, yeah, she
Is it?
is. Adrian Brody,
Points.
who's in like all of them.
Right.
Ed Norton, Bryan Cranston,
My
Matt Dillon,
God.
Steve Carell. It goes on and on.
It's like everybody famous because they go, this guy is good. He will make everything look beautiful.
He actually did not put Bill Murray in this one.
No, Bill Murray had some
He's busy.
trouble. Yeah, he's got some other stuff going on.
Oh,
But
Billion.
he says he's stepping away from Hollywood in 3 years, so get all the Bryan Cranston you can in the meantime. He's also going to be in some upcoming Matthew Vaughn-directed spy thriller called Argyle. And as I said, he's interested in being part of the Malcolm in the Middle reunion project. Who the hell knows what's going to go on with that? But 3 years and then he's out. And there's been some celebrities that have said this stuff and then really done it. The one that I'm always impressed by, that is just somebody who did the right thing in the moment, even though it was the hard decision to make. Rick Moranis was at the top of his career. And if you're younger, you might not know the name Rick Moranis, but he was like in everything for a little while.
Yeah.
He was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And then I think there was a sequel to that. He was in all these big, like, iconic 80s movies.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, he was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's right. And then his wife got sick. And he wanted to be able to be with his family and, like, raise his kids and stuff. And so Rick Moranis said, I'm out, and left Hollywood and just went on to do his own thing. And I don't even know if he's ever like tried to make a big comeback or anything.
I feel like he did like a year or two ago. He was in something.
When I thought of his name, I thought that it seemed like there was something where he was going to be in another movie for the first time in a while. But
he's 70.
Is he really? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So sometimes they stand by it. We'll see if he does.
Spaceballs he was in.
Oh, yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. He was in so many major 80s movies, and then he just disappeared because he wanted to do the right thing. Let's work in some of your comments. You got things to say. All you need to do to say them is go to thenewsjunkie.com, and on your phone or your laptop or your work computer, whatever you want to do, as long as it's got a microphone, you can record that dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Here's Pollo Blanco with a dispatch.
Hey everyone, happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday, my 2-year-old son will be ringing the bell at Arnold Palmer for the end of his cancer treatment.
Awesome.
He has been on treatment
Cool.
for the last 16 months, so it is an exciting weekend. He had his last MRI today at the hospital, and we are so excited. I just wanted to share some good news.
Heck yeah, man.
And I hope everyone has a great weekend. Wiggle, wiggle,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
First of all, absolutely congratulations. That's something very, very amazing. And obviously, you've been going through a tough time. Can I tell you something, though, honestly?
Are you about to make it weird, man?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
If my job was to be anywhere in the room when they ring those bells, I would be a mess of a human being.
Oh, you're
I
talking
would
about in
be-
the hospital.
Yeah.
He's talking about doing it at Arnold Palmer. Like I thought it was at the golf thing.
No,
Is he not talking, they don't have bells, do they?
When these little kids have cancer treatments, that when they're done, this is why I'm saying I would just fall apart and start bawling. When they're done with their cancer treatments and they're clear, they get to walk out this door, and there's this bell that you ring, and they ring the bell, and the
I'd
bell
be a mess as well.
like signifies that they're going to be okay and they're getting to leave. Oh God, I'd crumble if I was anywhere near that. Here's McDillan Nuggets with a dispatch.
Well, I didn't think I'd be discovering the Canadian Alex Jones today, but
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what that guy is, maybe. I'd never seen him before, but boy, did he have a deep voice and a lot of weird ideas. Here's Synth Solution.
Happy Friday, junkies.
Hey.
I meant to say earlier in the week that I did try to share the show on Tuesday. Unfortunately, the lady with the pepper spray was not very accommodating. There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember. I guess the cheese has finally fallen off the cracker. Anyway, have a good weekend.
The cheese has fallen off the cracker.
That is correct. Because you sit there and you watch it, and then one day you might eat it unless it falls off.
The cheese has... I've never heard this before.
He activated a sleeper agent.
He might have. Somebody just got set off with a suicide belt. I don't know. That can't be good.
What game is that from?
What game is what from?
What are you guys quoting?
No, he's just saying like...
I'm just saying he woke up some Soviet-era spy.
When you speak in and just drop in something really weird in a sentence, it always sounds like there's some kind of coded message going on. Hey, nothing to worry about, everybody. This isn't weird or concerning or like strange at all. Not a big deal. But just so you know, this week, China has been doing something, and they're working on this tunnel. They want a tunnel deeper than any other human has tunneled before. They want to tunnel 10,000 meters down in the ground, which just for the record is 32,808 feet. How many miles is that?
All right, I got you.
Is it 5,000 feet in a mile? Is that
Feet
wrong?
to Roughly. Miles.
So that's 6 miles or so. 6 miles and some change.
32,000?
Yeah, 32,808.
Yep, you nailed it. 6.1 almost.
So 6 miles down into the ground.
Silo.
They're just going to dig this borehole that goes down, 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 down. They said the project will use equipment weighing 2,000 metric tons to break through 10 layers of continental strata and other materials. Eventually, the borehole will burrow into the Cretaceous system, and this is like, they don't even know what they're going to be finding down there, but 10,000 meters or 32,000 feet. It's called the Kola Super Deep Borehole. Oh, no, that's a different one in Russia.
Oh, okay.
That's the Russian record right now. The Russian record is 40,230 feet, and they say China may actually try to go further than that before this project is all done with. And they want to figure out what's down there, but I don't know.
Why?
I don't necessarily like people digging that deep. It makes me uncomfortable. I could see some conspiracy theorists in the U.S. saying that they're trying to dig to the United States so they have like a pathway for a missile.
That old adage, digging straight through to China.
You just fire a missile right through the planet to get to the other country.
Prove that there's lava.
That's an advanced strategy for sure. Okay, when we come back, the people who have been going after everybody and protesting and boycotting them, these folks have found a brand new target in Cracker Barrel. And that must hurt them right in the feels. Woo! Cracker Barrel is their jam. We'll see what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Facebook, more than a place to remind you of birthdays. Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on, family? Hopefully your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few things happening you should know about. The first, OVT southbound is closed at Washington Street. So you're going to want to seek an alternate route there, as well as Goldenrod Road, both north and southbound lanes affected at Charlin Parkway. So careful with that incident there as well. Beside that, your usual delays east and westbound on I-4, approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
Humans can do a lot of amazing things. Fighting bugs?
Ew, a bug, get it!
Isn't one of them. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd at T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders can score tickets and other awesome experiences before anyone else for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last.
Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details.
What's in your wallet?
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
The roar of the crowd, thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/YellowtailWine.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch Today, weekday mornings on NBC.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354, $7 down, $3.99 per month for 84 months, 3.9 APR.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
The new lifetime warranty at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Shop our huge selection of new Nissan inventory and get the best warranty with unlimited miles for an unlimited time. You have peace of mind for life. The lifetime warranty now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
Don't miss 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your favorites like those tacos, burritos, and more. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Get it while it's hot at Tijuana Flats.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hi, I'm Joel Osteen. I've learned that your life follows your thoughts. You can't think negative and live positive. If you get your mind going in the right direction, your life will go in the right direction. I have a podcast where I talk about how to live positive, grateful, expecting good things. The feedback I often hear is that people enjoy the podcast because they find it encouraging and inspiring. Listen to the Joel Osteen Podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
And if this is true and we all go for it, the show's going to be a lot more energetic. I mean, it's going to be amped up. It'll be way more accelerated than it is right now, because I saw this story in the Wall Street Journal today. I act like I'm reading it as a paper or something, but, I saw it on their website. And it's like, not like I wake up and get actual physical papers and open them up. I don't think many people do that anymore. But they had a story, and it said, it was telling about this thing in the journal Science, and they did a test on a bunch of monkeys, and they were middle-aged monkeys at that. So it's like super specific group.
Crisising.
And they gave them all kinds of stuff to see if they could make them healthier and reduce their aging and, in fact, make them look younger in some cases. And of all the things they finally found something that not only worked, but seemed to have a really big effect on mice, worms, and monkeys and everything else. And that thing is taurine. And they said boosting levels of an amino acid called taurine made mice and worms live longer. Middle-aged monkeys given taurine became healthier, they said. And humans, lower levels of taurine were associated with age-related problems. So you would want to get your taurine up. Isn't that what's in Red Bull? Isn't it taurine?
I think so.
Is that what gives it? Something gives Red Bull that distinctly weird taste that it has that makes it so Red Bull-y?
I'm not sure what they... I don't know what they put for the Red Bully flavor, but I think it's named Red Bull because of the taurine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the taurine, as in Taurus and all that stuff, that's where Red Bull gets the name from. And that is supposed to make you live longer. In this study, they said it was really successful.
Yeah, it's according to Mayo Clinic, they say in certain amounts, a safe drink ingredient in the U.S. I don't know about anywhere else. They also say it occurs naturally in foods with protein like meat or fish. The human body uses taurine for actions in cells.
Yeah. It says it's also in red wine, too. So if you don't want to go the Red Bull route,
red wine.
We can all just start drinking red wine on the show.
Red wine and Red Bull.
I'm in.
I don't know, man. Red wine is a kind of drunk that if I had to rate the drunks, I put champagne drunk at numero uno. That's on top. That's a fun drunk right there. And then tequila drunk, right underneath that.
Good one.
See, champagne,
red wine, way down.
Yeah, that's a whole different one. And for me, I can't do red wine. I can do a sangria.
Oh, that I can do. That I can do for sure.
But champagne is one of the worst hangovers I've ever had.
It'll get you.
Funnest drunk, worst hangover.
Yeah.
They're equal there.
It'll make you pay for it afterwards for the fun that you had. But yeah, this study says taurine could be the key to longer life. We'll have to see if they do any follow-ups on that. But it may mean that all those Red Bulls are doing something good for you. Your mom was wrong the whole time. Imagine that. There is yet another target in the ongoing saga of Republicans finally figuring out how to boycott stuff. And they got so excited about boycotting stuff, they're just boycotting all of the things as fast as they can.
Like when you learn a curse word for the first time.
He's just saying it, every sentence has got this curse word in it. And they see, targets absolutely everywhere. And actual targets, the Target stores have become targets. And also Bud Light, obviously, they went after. I'm struggling to think of some of the other ones, but there was a bunch of them recently that came under fire. And now E2 Cracker Barrel. How could this happen? How could it be?
What, they have a rainbow on this time?
How could it be the Cracker Barrel that was the next target for these folks? These folks love Cracker Barrel, all right? These are the type of people that go to Cracker Barrel every Sunday after church and stuff, end up going in there and buying a bunch of useless crap in the gift shop.
Damn right.
Eating an undercooked ham steak and some really terrible hash browns.
Hey.
What's the big
I like
thing?
Cracker Barrel.
What's like the famous thing at Cracker Barrel?
Chicken and dumplings.
Oh, man. That I would try, actually.
It's good.
They have a breakfast thing, though, that I remember being like their thing. And
hash brown casserole?
Oh, yeah, they do have a hash brown casserole.
Big fans here in the room.
You never been to Cracker Barrel?
I've been. I just don't remember the menu items.
Cracker Barrel, the people who go are loyalists. And a lot of these people, I don't know, I'm guessing. You can't know the politics of people just by looking at a restaurant. But I bet there's a lot more Republicans and Democrats, some of these damn Cracker Barrels. So this must hurt for them to have to aim their sights now on their beloved Cracker Barrel, but that's what they're doing. They said,
what did they do though?
It was a terrible thing. It was a terrible thing that they did.
They'll act like Pride never existed. Not you guys. Just talking in general.
Well, some people were apparently surprised to see that Cracker Barrel was sharing celebratory Pride Month messaging. Yeah. I would get mad at them for how cheesy it was, because when you think of Cracker Barrel, I guess you're supposed to think of a rocking chair.
Yeah, that's their thing.
So they just took the rocking chair and made it rainbow colors.
Oh, my God.
That was their
and if you
thing.
sit in it, you're going to be gay.
Another symptom of the woke mind virus.
What are we going to rock on?
The Tennessee-based company wrote on its Facebook account Thursday that the chain is excited to celebrate Pride Month with their employees and guests. Man, this on top of the Beyond Meat offerings on their menu.
I forgot about that.
You're going to lose everybody
So
now.
woke.
They said this was coming from a company once known for firing gay employees in the early 1990s under a protested policy of pushing heterosexual values.
Well, too late. Didn't stop them.
I guess they've changed their ways now, and they don't like that. We
So
take
one rainbow rocking chair just shooketh everybody.
Yeah, I guess so. This is like every company tries to post their post, and then some are more creative than others when it comes to this. Other angry posts asked Cracker Barrel, "Why do you hate your patrons?" or demanded, "Cut this crap out." I always find this to be so dumb, because like I've seen a bunch of things where if the people want to complain about woke stuff, I'm like, "Whoa, complain about this thing. This thing's super weird. This is like weird," and they're forcing it down on you. And then they just complain about like a pride post, which is the most innocuous thing ever. And you're gonna lose so many people who don't join in your outrage. And you also just look flat out homophobic when you're upset over just some rainbow post on a website or something. It's real easy to ignore things. People find that so hard to just like grasp the idea that you can just ignore things in your life if you're so put off by them. And I'm sure that they're going to say a lot about boycotting Cracker Barrel, but are they going to do it? Will it be the first Sunday ever where there's not a wait outside Cracker Barrel?
I will only be sitting in stationary chairs from here on out.
That's right. And I'm not playing any of those stupid peg games that they have on the table.
No, but the gays are.
I'm not doing any of that stuff. And maybe the gays will take over the open seats that are that are at that place.
Or we all just get along and eat some Cracker Barrel.
Well, I think everybody is getting along. We just have everything is ruled by like I sometimes I say 10%, but maybe like 15%. Everything is ruled. All these crazy discussions and stuff are ruled by 15 crazy% on one side and 15 crazy% on the other side. And they're so loud and they just dominate all the conversation that everybody else is like, this is stupid. But nobody wants to post that, right? And that is not going to go viral.
Yeah, if you say who cares, people are just going to scroll past it and keep going.
I need a bombastic message to retweet.
Yeah.
That's what I need right now. Okay, Shaggy makes another appearance this week.
It wasn't me.
He's making his way. All right, let's go over to Jason talking about Cracker Bee.
Cracker Bee.
Hey guys, we all know that the worst thing that Cracker Barrel ever did was firing Brad's wife.
That's true.
Right.
It was an internet sensation. The entire internet was upset about them firing Brad's wife.
It's funny that they never caved on that.
They were steadfast in their firing.
I would love a follow-up.
Yeah, they could have just rehired Brad's wife, and like the campaign would have probably been over. But if you don't know about this, some guy named Brad put a post on Facebook about his wife being fired from Cracker Barrel for no reason. And now every single post has been going on for years and years and years. Every single post that Cracker Barrel does online, it's like, yeah, but what about Brad's wife?
Yeah.
And people just rage at them for this. Let's go over to the Brown Pony with a dispatch.
Does China just wake up every morning and think, how can we try to destroy the world today? And
Dig a hole.
Who has a record for deepest tunnel or whatever?
Russia and China.
Not? I mean, come on. Is life not hard enough?
What?
He said, is life not hard enough, I think. It is. We got plenty of things that we have to deal with, and this is just adding on top of that right now. By the way, you guys know this, but some of the other people don't. Our friend Slick is back at HQ running the board today.
Yeah, son!
Slick, our favorite, man. We had Slick on the show so many years ago. Got to know him really well. Called him Slick because the man dressed fancier than anybody else in the office. You still wearing the suit, Slick?
No.
Nah, I ain't doing that anymore, man. I got swag now.
It's hot.
It is too hot for that. Slick used to have a full-on suit every single day, and I'd be like, damn, this guy's going for it.
Last couple weekends in a row, I've been running into Slick DJ Live Wire after a gig, and then he's like, all right, I got to go to another gig. And I'm like, the hustle does not stop
He's
with
busy.
this man with a huge smile on his face.
And you just DJ'd on a big cruise thing, too, right?
Yeah, I was on the Tom Joyner cruise, and Stevie Wonder was the headliner, along with Lauryn Hill and Charlie Wilson.
They keep him away from the edges of the boat?
Poor Stevie Wonder.
I think that's a reasonable question.
Was it fun out there?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy to report that Lauryn Hill has finally arrived on the boat.
Yes.
Late as usual. Okay, well, thanks, Slick. He's going to be hanging out with us today throughout the show. And Sabrina, when we come back, it's the next episode. What's coming up on the next episode?
Well, what's coming up on the next episode? If you build it, he will come and then leave and won't care about it for 30 years. In the wake of Pat Robertson's death,
Take two.
a particular fandom was left devastated after not reading the headlines correctly. Plus, Keyless Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, what the frick is Bill Murray doing here? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Today is a Fox 35 storm alert day. We are monitoring the potential for some strong to severe storms to arrive mainly between 3 and 9 o'clock this evening. Heavy rain, frequent lightning, gusty winds, as well as small hail will be possible. Make sure you're staying weather aware and depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon.
You're just putting fra in front of produce.
As in fresh from Florida.
You don't need to make up words. Friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything? Like your kids' friends.
Hey, boys. How do cows stay informed?
Dad, don't.
They read the Moo paper.
Mr. Otis, you're the funniest.
It's good to know where you stand. And when it comes to your FICO credit score, you can with a Wells Fargo account.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getFICO to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. FICO is a registered trademark of Fair Isaac Corporation in the United States and other countries. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Just come out. The man when you're in trouble. Car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out. When you're injured on the go.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Now open in Daytona.
If you own a business with at least 5 employees and were operational during COVID, then you could be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund up to $26,000 per employee. This is not a loan, and you do not need to pay this back. Visit governmentaid.com today. Their team of ERC experts will navigate this complex process and file on your behalf. They've helped tens of thousands of businesses obtain billions. Act today. Visit governmentaid.com to see if your business qualifies.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics.
You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Kickstart your imagination with Audible. Hear celebrity and music memoirs, mysteries, true crime, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. Please join us Saturday, June 10th at the Promenade Sunset Walk for the 2nd annual Teen Driver Challenge Car and Truck Show. See you there.
Live music from DJ K1X and the Society Band. Over 30 restaurants and shops, demonstrations, simulators, police helicopter, and more. Car show entry $30. All proceeds benefit the Teen Driver Education Program. Free admission and parking for spectators. Show car tickets and all info at sunsetwalk.com.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
The internet can be an all-you-can-eat buffet for identity thieves.
So full.
Too many maiden names.
And social security numbers.
Where'd you find those?
By the password bar. Can't miss them.
LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss by monitoring your credit and bank statements. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And generally after that, we do, except for the folks in Dallas on 97.1 The Freak, those folks, unfortunately,
Just kidding, love you.
Only get the first 2 hours of the show. So if you want the rest, number one, get the podcast. But what I want to do after we do the next episode is I just saw there's a video from that guy in Las Vegas, I think it was near Las Vegas, who says he saw two aliens and like their spaceship.
Yeah.
And the police showed up
They're
on
like
the
8
scene.
foot, 9 foot, 10 foot, something.
And they had this whole story. And then when they went around to the backyard of these people's house and the police body cam, it blacked out the footage so you couldn't see anything. And there was other cops saying they saw something flying through the sky. This is maybe the most credible, like, alien thing I've heard in a long, long time. He made a video explaining all the stuff that he saw. So he's like, gives his side of this. I know you're not a believer, Sabrina. I know.
I am a believer. Just this particular story is not screaming believable to me.
Wait till you hear it from this guy's mouth, because he made this video where he explained everything that he saw, and I really, really want to check that out because the story is wild. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Nice.
I did it.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every weekend, get your questions answered live, or go to the website and get the process started today. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation. He is the man, the legend, and your best friend. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. I can't believe it was all on the same day, but we got two related throwbacks.
All right.
That have to do with fire.
Okay. Fire-related stuff.
On this day, 43 years ago, 1980, Richard Pryor suffered third-degree burns over most of his body while freebasing cocaine.
Yeah, that was a big deal, too, at the time.
Had to endure 2 months of painful skin grafting operations because coke don't freebase itself.
Yeah, he hurt himself pretty bad with that. I think it changed him pretty much after that.
Like it wasn't funny anymore?
Well, no, it's still funny, but a little less so, I think.
Also, on this day, fire-related, 29 years ago, 1994, one of the members of this group right here.
Always talking about what he wants to
Oh, TLC!
TLC is right, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC set fire to the mansion of her then-boyfriend, Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Andre Rison?
I don't know.
Andre R.
Rising.
Rison.
There
Thank
we
you,
go.
Flick. So there you have it. Happy Fire Day.
Happy Fire Day.
Fire Day.
Also, it is Bill and Ted Day.
Is it?
I guess they have they consider June 9th Bill and Ted Day because it's 6/9.
Nice.
It honors the Bill and Ted franchise, an American science fiction comedy franchise first released in 1989.
Well, you got that going on today, and plus that thing that I sent you a screenshot of yesterday after the show that's going on.
Oh, that's today?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Can we not talk about it?
We'll talk about it later, maybe. We'll put that down.
I was hoping that I could go and be some sort of media representative for that
I mean,
weird thing.
We'll wait till you hear this. We'll get to that later.
The first observance of Bill and Ted Day was in 2012. Tens of thousands of fans have been celebrating this day by watching the Bill and Ted films and cartoons, listening to the soundtracks, getting super stoned, I'm sure,
Mm-hmm.
and then going back in time. This is going to be one for the books. It feels like we're in a completely different realm. But according to reports, this gal right here.
Oh, is it Khalees?
Khalees.
Kellis?
All I know
Slick?
is the milkshake girl.
Definitely
Oh.
Khalees.
Khalees is right. I knew it. You know her as the milkshake and bringing out those boys to the yard, and now she has brought a 72-year-old boy by the name of Bill Murray.
This is a very strange couple.
Rumor has it Bill Murray is dating Khalees.
Yeah.
Now, Bill's
All
been
right.
spotted attending some of her shows in the UK. A source says they met up in the States before, which got people in the industry talking, and now they're meeting up in London while they're both here. Clearly, they've hit it off.
I guess so. I mean, they just it seems like a weird couple to me.
She loves Wes Anderson films.
She's she's a very beautiful woman, and he's like an old bag of sand. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
no, but he's a fun guy. Well, he was dating Jenny Lewis for many, many years.
Who's Jenny Lewis? I know that name.
Jenny Lewis was a child actress growing up. I forget what she was in, but it's notable. And then I know her from music. Like she was the lead singer of
Rilo Kiley?
Rilo Kiley for many years, and then toured by herself. And
oh, and the Postal Service too.
A lot of her songs
Cool.
were soundtracks in the soundtracks of like Grey's Anatomy and
Damn, she's been in a lot of stuff.
She's super cool and single, I guess. And now Bill Murray's moved on to Khalees.
No.
We heard earlier this week that Pat Robertson passed away.
Yeah, he did.
And a lot of people, I think, were celebrating that, oddly enough.
Mhm.
And then there was a group, particular fans of this right here, that were devastated. Say it. Say it out loud. Say what I am.
Oh, Twilight.
Twilight is right. Spider Monkey.
I don't know enough about Twilight.
Well, Twilight fans misread the headlines and thought Robert Pattinson had died.
Bunch of dyslexic Twilight fans.
One person wrote, absolutely hate that my brain autocorrected this to Robert Pattinson. The Twilight brain rot is real. It's so funny that Robert Pattinson is trending because Pat Robertson died and none of us can read. And then one person said, scrolled too fast, thought it was Robert Pattinson. I almost puked. Pat Robertson was Team Jacob. So there you have it.
Pat Robertson, I felt like it wasn't even a big deal when he died. It just
I
like-
immediately went to my Deadpool list to see if he was on.
He wasn't on
He
that?
was not, no.
Well, he should have been. He was a bag of sand.
Was
you
he
know?
like-
Him too. No, another
Does
bag-
everyone that's older than you is a bag of sand?
700 Club. Someone who is still alive has advice for you. Eric Andre, I believe his new season just started.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he's giving out this life advice. He says, after losing 40 pounds for the new season of the Eric Andre show, he says, stay fat, everybody.
Okay. That's easy to do.
He says, there's a reason skinny people are bitches and fat people are jolly. Skinny people have effing attitudes because they're effing starving. I say, stay fat. If you're fat or chubby, stay that way. I felt great, but it wasn't worth cutting out French fries.
Here's the thing: he was never really big or anything.
I didn't think so. So is he like super
40
skinny
pounds?
now?
Yeah, he must have been
He's
real
like
thin.
he's like ripped now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he went from like 210 to 175 or
Wow.
something.
Did he do it for like a bit?
He was 210. Is he really tall?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'1" or so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think it was similar to like Rob McElhenney and It's Always Sunny, where he's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be fat one season and fit
I mean,
the
that
next
was-
season.
It took me like a Google search to realize he was not wearing prosthetics.
Oh,
wow.
That actually
that
put on
one's
that weight.
extreme.
Oh, well, true to his word, when filming Wrapped for this latest season of the Eric Andre show, he ate an entire pepperoni pizza and then went to Portugal and drank his weight in wine.
Nice,
cool.
So there you go. He undid 6 months of work in about 3 weeks.
I don't know how he gets anybody to come on his show. His show is such utter chaos, and
someone got hurt.
It's funny and beautiful and interesting, and it's unique comedy in its own way. I think he's a very talented guy, but I don't know how anybody accepts to come on that show because it's inevitable.
I want to start taking inspiration from his show and like start doing some traps over here.
You gotta destroy things. There's always
mega desk.
Things are blowing up. People are falling out of the sky. It's a whole thing.
So this is very interesting. If you want to use your time for, I don't know, wasting it, we have a Reddit user who has now presented a conspiracy theory
I'm ready.
about how the NBA playoff curse has been brought on by, of all people, Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's her fault?
Yes.
What's she have
Nugget
to do
fans-
with NBA?
Well,
Oh, you know.
there's some bad blood there. Thank you. According to a viral Reddit theory, that has made Swift an anti-hero to some Celtics, 76ers, and Hawks faithful. According to Reddit user Matt Moses, not related to Moses DeWitt law firm.
That we know of.
The tour stops in the U.S. leg of the Eras Tour. It coincides too eerily with some NBA teams' playoff losses.
Oh, I see. So, like, after she plays at the arena, then they lose afterwards?
It's loosely traced back to Arizona, where Swift opened her tour in March with a pair of shows at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nearly 2 months later, the Suns were eliminated at home by the Nuggets. Lakers and Warriors were casualties as well, losing in Western Conference Finals and semifinals after her stepping foot inside of those stadiums. Now, perhaps the this hoax considered the loose connections in the West, but things get even weirder in the Eastern Conference playoff field. A day after the Hawks were bounced from their first round series on April 27th, Swift began a run of 3 shows in Atlanta. Later, the 76ers and the Celtics tied 3-3 in the semifinals. Philadelphia fell to Boston at the TD Garden.
Damn.
And guess who played just 2 days before that? Taylor Swift.
Is basketball over?
No.
It's not.
I think the Heat are still playing.
I'm not following.
Yeah, over the
Big
week.
surprise.
We have game 4 over the weekend with the Nuggets and the Heat. Go
Exciting.
Heat.
I'm excited.
Plenty of time left, and if you are a big fan of Bird Box, because it's been literal years.
Oh, who was in that?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. That was on Netflix, right?
And that was the one. Do you remember the plot of it? They couldn't look into the eyes.
Yeah, they had to wear like a blindfold when they were going anywhere. Otherwise, they would die.
Well, now they're going to take it to, of all places, Barcelona. I can't see nothing. I'm from Barcelona.
Is it going to be blind the whole time still? Because at the end, she ended up in this little like village with other people.
Whoa, careful.
People have seen it by now.
Honestly, I don't remember the film very much. I remember her like grabbing the kids and walking
I
through.
vaguely remember it. It was good though. I liked
2018.
it. 2018.
So they have unveiled a teaser trailer for Bird Box Barcelona, which expands the 2018 film, of course starring Sandra Bullock, who's shielding her children from an evil force while also fighting her own survival. Barcelona. Now, the Spanish-language spin-off movie has a blindfolded father, Sebastian, played by Mario Casas, protecting his daughter and joined by barbarian breakout star Georgina Campbell as they try to escape from the demons and not see anything.
You know what's kind of weird? I think
they also have a theater in the middle of it.
I think I could do a movie like that.
Okay, what do you mean? Think you could do it?
I think I could.
You could star in it or write it.
There's something to this. Maybe you think I'm crazy, but just
I do.
hear me out here. If you have a blindfold on in the movie, I think I would be less nervous acting and stuff and like being in front of the camera
because you wouldn't know where they are.
No, having the blindfold on for some reason makes it so it's less nerve-wracking.
All right, well, let's give it a go.
I think I would.
We got some people at Full Sail put you in a short film.
Well, let's say I was a great actor, right? If I was, and there was that role, then I'd be like, this is perfect for me.
All right, try it
And
out right now.
I won't throw up anywhere.
You're in a scene.
All right.
You have now left the house, Sandra Bullock.
Where am I? What's my character? Where am I from?
You are Barry from Barcelona.
Oh no, I can't be from Barcelona.
Okay, you're Barry visiting Barcelona.
Hi there, I'm Barry.
Okay. And cut. And cut.
Barry Box.
That's what Barry would say. He would introduce himself.
The Legend of Zelda is now going to be the latest video game to movie adaptation. That's what I meant to say. Great times.
Hell yeah.
I don't, maybe hot take here, but don't care for the Zelda game.
Oh boy.
The newest one or all of them?
What was the one that would have been before this?
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
What's the story in Zelda? Do you know?
Link.
Okay, I got that much too. Link.
There's a sword.
Is Link a guy or a girl?
Link is intentionally sexually ambiguous.
Okay.
But generally regarded as a he.
And Link is your little character that has like the sword and is moving along.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff?
green tunic fella.
Yeah.
Zelda's the princess.
And then you're going to save the princess. That's the mission or something?
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to see the princess. That's the mission or something. Hey, it's me,
game,
Barry.
I mean, I downloaded the game years ago, and I just the world's too big. I don't like the open world stuff.
Oh God, Josh was saying that he played a bunch,
Heard
since
Ross
the game
talking
came
about
out.
it too.
And what would you say? Like in all tons of hours of playing, you're only like 25% done.
I don't think I'm even that close.
That's crazy.
I'm probably 15 at best.
That's a long game.
So yeah, we have it. It's going to be released. The first Legend of Zelda game was back in 1987. Tears of the Kingdom arriving this past May, which the people really love. And now they're going to take it to the big screen. And maybe at that point, I'll give it a go, but probably not. And finally, a study has revealed the artist most likely to make you feel sad, happy, angry, and love. Are you ready?
Yes.
A learning company called Preply conducted the study to find out how artists make their fans feel. In order to figure that out, they analyzed more than 200,000 posts and comments on Reddit. Most likely to make you feel happy, U2, and I disagree.
Yeah, that does not ring true for me.
Black
I am
Pink.
angry.
You know how angry I was when they put that album on my phone and I couldn't take it off.
That was one of those weird things that everybody was really mad about.
Unity.
Yes. Ed Sheeran, now least likely to make their fans happy, and I also completely disagree.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
These two right here. 3, 2, 1.
Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
Yeah,
This
both of
is
them.
supposed to make you not happy?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Least likely to make them feel happy with Travis Scott as well. Most likely to make their fans feel sad is Panic at the Disco, Linkin Park, Metallica, and Nirvana.
No, see, that's not right either.
Right.
I would have said Adele. Adele is the most likely to
rude.
make people cry.
No, yeah, sad. I definitely cried a lot in this last album. Most likely to make their fans feel angry is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion again, as well as Kanye. And least likely to make their fans feel love is Drake, Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Eminem, Childish Gambino, and Bad Bunny.
Oh, I think they're making it up.
So happy listening, everybody. And should you be on the internet, they have just released the nominees for the annual Orlando Weekly Best of Orlando. Sean, not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Ever. But I would like to maybe win one of these years.
Do your thing.
I have been nominated along with my fellow radio brethren. This is going to be a little awkward, but best local radio voice.
Oh, we got two
We're
of them
in
in the room.
direct competition.
We got
Josh
two of them.
and myself,
Yeah.
as well as Jim, Russ, Deborah, and Joseph Martins, Johnny Magic, and Mel Taylor. I mean, all I heart, so good on us, but vote for me, not Josh.
You know, little
Fine,
hurt.
that's
My name
fair.
didn't even make the list. Not that I was ever going to talk
the
about
News
this.
Junkie, best local radio show. We're on there.
It's not enough. You know, even
Okay.
though I'm not going to play your little game.
Okay, it's not a little game. We all have to have web goals and
Hey,
stuff. I would like to.
I'm talking to.
No one
I'm
votes
talking to
for
them.
me because you do this crap.
No, you are a different person than me. I'm saying from my perspective, that's how I feel. I want you to go for your thing, and your people will rally behind you.
Yeah, vote for me. Also, best local comedian.
Do
made
I have
the
to
cut
vote for
that.
you?
Yes.
Why would I vote for? What about Josh?
I mean, that sucks. Who's here more?
You are
fair. You got me.
Best local Instagram influencer Savannah is on there as well. Best club DJ Angela Boom. Happy birthday, my dude.
What happened to Livewire?
And what?
Livewire's not on there?
Oh, I got snubbed.
Oh, shut this list down.
man.
This list is bunk.
Yeah, so bunk. You can vote at OrlandoWeekly.com. On the boob tube, we have got Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Nuggets and the Miami Heat. Nuggets are in the lead, but not after tonight. Bet.
Uh-huh.
We also have the streaming premiere of Renfield. Nicolas Cage's Dracula.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
supposed to be good.
Flaming Hot on Disney Plus and Hulu. Apple TV Plus has The Crowded Room with Tom Holland. It's the show that made him quit acting for a whole year.
Uh-huh.
Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals and the 76th Annual Tony Awards. So enjoy your weekend, my friends. Follow your dreams. I'm me on Instagram. Vote for me and not Josh. Just kidding. I would love if we tied.
That would be cool.
No, we
Yeah,
need a
and then we'll
winner.
split it in half like that baby in the Bible.
Yeah.
One
the
winner.
King Solomon style.
And then most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
There we go. Thank you, Sabrina.
Thank
When
you,
we come
Sean.
back, Josh is going to do This Week in Florida.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
He's got it all teed up. No.
It's hot.
When we come back, I want to go into this UFO story deeper because I know some of you are
So
not believers.
deep.
I'm starting to be a believer. I think these guys may have at least thought that they saw some aliens, right? And this story is wild. We're going to hear from the guy who says he saw these aliens running across the ground and leaning up against their spaceship and stuff in Vegas. The story is coming up next on the News Junkie.
3 decades of real radio. That's 1,560 promotions meetings without one salesperson getting punched. Although it was close. A few times. It's Real Radio's 30th anniversary, and we couldn't have done it without you.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey family, what's going on? I do hope you have a great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few delays happening. The first, due to all lanes being blocked eastbound on Alafaya Trail that's approaching Chapman Road. Of course, your usual delays east and westbound approaching State Road 535. But beside that, we're mostly clear on the major highways and road, including north and southbound lanes of the Turnpike. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report report.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down on cars with approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.89 per month for 84 months. 3.9 APR.
The roar of the crowd. Thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/yellowtailwine.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is. Dave, tell our listeners about the produce that's in season.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon, freppers, spinach.
Wait, hold it. You're just putting fra in front of produce.
Yeah, as in fresh from Florida.
Produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. You don't need to make up words.
Really?
Ugh, friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
Don't you mean .from?
Ugh, really?
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day meets today.
Watch the Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
As road pros, we know how to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, from making alternate routes to finding the best cup of coffee on the road.
And how to help get better mileage.
Yep. Yeah, all diesel fuels are not the same.
Yep. Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps you get further down the road. Helps keep your engine cleaner, you know?
Keep this baby running. That's the goal. Get the job done and get home.
Yep. Pros.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com. Compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Days. We're celebrating with lots of savings.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking for extra chairs to host my pickleball team dinner.
We have lots of offers to help you make the most of summer, including those pickleball dinners.
Oh, terrific.
Plus, buy your tickets for the Swedish Midsummer Buffet on June 23rd in store. Check your local store for more details or go to ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid 5/30 to 7/4, U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on ikea-usa.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Choose 2 full-size entrees, an appetizer, and 2 drinks for just $20. Smack my and call me Sally. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Want to improve your marksmanship while saving ammo and saving money? Get better faster with the Mantis X Dry Fire Training System.
It's time to shoot tighter groups.
The Mantis X Dry Fire Training System.
Score 97, bang on the money.
The Mantis X is a smart sensor that fits any weapon with a rail or adapter, pairing to your smartphone or tablet. Analyzes your shooting and tells you how to improve. 94% of shooters improve after just 20 minutes. Go to MantisX.com.
MantisX.com.
Summer's heating things up, outside and on the grill. Whether you're smoking a brisket or grilling up veggies, Kingsford Original Charcoal delivers the consistent performance and smoky wood-fired flavor barbecuers crave. Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford.com. Kingsford Original Charcoal lights faster and delivers consistent performance compared to nationally available charcoal in the USA.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now, your chance at a trip to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200.
Dispatches in just a moment from the newsjunkie.com. Plus, I want to hear this guy's story. A guy in Vegas who... You're such a big fan. Well, I just want to believe. You don't want to believe that there's giant aliens running around? Oh, my God. Of course I do want to believe. Our ratings kind of will be through the roof.
I kind of want them to be smaller.
Yeah. So we can wrangle them easier? I'm just last night on the second to last episode of the Invasion. Gonna watch that this week. Series, and it's getting scarier, so I don't know if I want to believe. Well, I don't know if I want them on Earth. This guy's story was, and we talked about him earlier in the week, his story was that there was a fireball in the sky, which was verified by body cam footage from a police officer. And he said in his backyard, there was two aliens, and they were like hanging out on their crashed spaceship. And then I don't know where they went, but they were able to get the spaceship away. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe they fixed it and got out of it. Well, this is why we got to hear his story. This guy's maybe got a bombshell of a story for us, or he needs mental help. I will know when we watch the video if he's crazy or not. But he's made this video where he talks about everything that happens or happened to him. He says he says these aliens were 8 to 10 feet tall. They were leaning against their spaceship. Then something happened with the spaceship. He called 911. We know that for sure. And the cop came out, and the cop was scared. The cop, from his body cam footage, you can hear him go, "Oh, boy, here we go." Also, the cop was, said several times he would not have investigated it if it wasn't for his crazy-ass partner. Yeah. He kept asking saying people questions. That he saw something, too. He's going around the neighborhood. He sees somebody driving, and he stops him, and he's like, normally I wouldn't do this, but have you seen any 8 to 10 foot tall aliens roaming around the neighborhood by chance? Yes, it feels like he has to explain himself and tell the whole story. So we'll get to that in a second and see what the guy is saying, because he's filmed the video where he's explaining what happened. And I want this to be true, but we'll see. Daryl emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Subject line, Trump. Oh, boy. Buckle up. I like your show, but sometimes you confuse and anger me.
Vagina.
Why on earth would Sabrina laugh when Trump said that 3 years ago our country was energy independent? Gas was $2 per gallon, and now it's $3.50. Inflation was non-existent, and now I'm paying an extra $100 per week for groceries. Is that funny?
Maybe you should direct some of your vitriol and mockery to the corrupt old moron currently in the White House who brought us to this point. Says
Vagina.
Daryl. Well, look, Daryl, this happens to me all the time. I've put myself in the worst possible position because I'm not a fan of Trump, and especially the election stuff. And I would never, ever vote for him. And I think he's...
You also don't vote.
Well, I think he's a terrible influence on politics. Who do I have to vote for? They're all losers. Every one of these people is a loser. And I would never vote for Joe Biden. I don't think he's a great president.
Come on, man.
I'm not into... He's a million years old. So what happens is, eventually, in me just saying the things that are on my mind, I piss everybody off. That's just the way it works.
Was me that he's pissed off at because I was laughing.
It was both of us because he said, sometimes you confuse me. I love this show. Sometimes you confuse and anger me. And then he turned his ire to you. And you, like, I don't remember you laughing at that. I don't think you were laughing at that specific line. I think we were laughing at how he ended a sentence in a question mark at one point, where he said, the election was stolen from me. Like,
taken.
He said, taken. And he put a little question mark.
Like the air accordion the whole time, too. That was fun.
It does look like an air accordion. I never thought about it that way. He always moves his hands like that whenever he's doing a video, but there you go. Okay.
Sorry.
Let's get to this Vegas guy. I want to hear him. Please give him your time.
I will, and I'll be open to this.
All right, here he is. They said, this is the guy. I'm trying to see what his name is. It doesn't say his name. Maybe he'll say it at the beginning of the video. But he's made a video. It's a little bit long, so we'll see what we can get out of it. And he's speaking on this alien situation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023.
He's got a video.
I'm trying to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame.
All right.
I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family.
Okay, one thing.
It happens all the time. Yeah, he didn't edit it.
Your argument that you're not making this story public for clout or fame when you do it on your just launched YouTube channel is
where else is he supposed to put it?
Carries less weight.
Where else is he supposed to put it, John?
He could have just done an interview with somebody else, but maybe
you reached out and he didn't reach out.
No, I didn't even know. I didn't know. I would have talked to him though. I didn't know what his name was.
I'll get a hold of him.
Yeah, get a hold of him. I'd love to talk to this guy. All right, here he is.
And I know some people are not gonna believe this, but each person is different.
Mm-hmm. Stop messing with the camera, man.
So this is what happened to me.
This is first video.
Keep in mind, this is midnight, and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard.
Okay.
As one does.
At this point, I'm only with my brother, and I hear something fall from the sky.
Okay.
I turn around. The only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall.
Okay.
And me and my brother looked at each other, and we were scared. But when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave.
Okay, so something landed, something crashed down from the sky. And remember, we can at least validate that something was going through the air because we saw
body cam
the video. Yeah, saw like something just flying through the air. So at least
be a shooting star.
It could be related, could be unrelated, but that seems to give a little bit of credibility to his story.
Like an out-of-body experience.
Mm-hmm.
So to say...
Did he say an auto-body experience?
That's what I heard.
Well, I do appreciate that he used puns because he was working on a truck at midnight. Auto-body experience.
It was like an auto-body experience. That's not right. That's not the way you say it.
Tried to look at the object. It was all blurry. Not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me. And maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone.
Red flag.
And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light.
Okay, he's going to show us the video. All right. Yeah, we've seen this part. This is where the police officer came and showed. Okay, you see the light going through the sky. It's like a big comet.
Here's a Ring camera video. You could hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video.
That wasn't it.
No, it wasn't.
Whoa. Wow, that's the noise it made. All right, so that was a Ring camera video showing the impact.
So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard, and he saw the same creature I saw.
That's a
he
creature.
told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there.
The alien? I want to see the alien.
¡Ay! Permisar. Carmungarela, me canceles bar eso. Kylo, Cherro, que chile. Kylo, Cherro.
All right, this is them freaking out in their backyard, I guess. But I want to see the alien. That's going to be that's the key thing here.
It's hard to see.
I want to see the alien.
Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind, I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature.
All right.
So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same way.
I believe him.
The same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind, I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird-looking feet and a big face.
Okay.
And eyes. And
I've been described as that. That's my Tinder profile.
Weird-looking feet and a big face.
Just throwing insults at this thing now.
I could see, like, in that position, in that moment, if you saw a big old weird-looking big-footed alien in front of you, and I could see that freezing you in your place. You're like, oh, you freak out and you don't know what to do.
But also just some quick notes and things that just seem odd to me.
What's that?
Working on the truck at 12 o'clock. Okay. Sees the spaceship crash and he goes, I called my dad.
Right. Called his dad.
Immediately, just to come outside. And then before addressing it, he grabbed his tools.
Right.
Because with all the shock of it all and the out-of-body experience,
he
still needs to go grab his drill.
Right.
Just in case.
You could fight the intruder or whatever it was that you didn't know what it was at that point.
With what? A hammer?
Yeah, you could.
Was trying to think of another tool. And
I guess it's better than nothing. Let's hear him out. He's got a little more to say.
And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving.
His stomach was moving?
He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I can start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's the 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
I love the 911 call ladies being so dismissive. I hope he leaves in the end of the call.
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot, I don't know.
You went up quick.
They look like aliens to us.
Okay, here's what I got to say. It doesn't sound like he was drunk. It doesn't sound like he was under the influence of drugs. We did see that there was a light that did go through the sky, and we heard that something crashed. Right? He doesn't seem that crazy. So there's only 2 possibilities to me. One is that he's crazy. Is that he's totally lying. That he's just making all of this up, and everybody else involved is like somehow also playing into this and making this whole thing up. And it's an attempt to go viral or something. The other is he's telling the truth. And he really saw a big-ass, big-footed, big-faced alien in his backyard. We got to take a quick break, all right?
All right.
All right. When we come back, we'll get the rest of his story. Because I'm starting to believe this guy. I don't know. I think he might be telling the truth. We got more details from this guy coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Hey family, what's going on? I do hope you have a great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few delays happening. The first, due to all lanes being blocked eastbound on Alafaya Trail that's approaching Chapman Road. Of course, your usual delays east and westbound approaching State Road 535. But beside that, we're mostly clear on the major highways and road, including north and southbound lanes of the Turnpike. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
The roar of the crowd. Thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/yellowtailwine.
Summer's heating things up, outside and on the grill. Whether you're smoking a brisket or grilling up veggies, Kingsford Original Charcoal delivers the consistent performance and smoky wood-fired flavor barbecuers crave. Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford.com. Kingsford Original Charcoal lights faster and delivers consistent performance compared to nationally available charcoal in the USA.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. And right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn models equipped with a V6 engine. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 7/5/23.
I'm back! And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch Today, weekday mornings on NBC.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard. From Wisconsin with love, Welcome to Delicious.
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
Unlimited miles, unlimited time. The new lifetime warranty is at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
This guy's telling the truth. I saw somebody say this in chat, and they said, imagine this guy actually really did see 2 big-ass aliens, and he's totally telling the truth, and nobody believes him. Imagine how frustrated you would be if that happened to you.
I mean, we get it all the time, though. I mean, there are people that don't make viral news across the nation.
Yeah.
So he's one of the few and far in between that gets the public eye, and I really only think it's because the cop was like, my partner said he saw something, so I'm investigating.
Well, I think his story is interesting to me because we know that some of the things happened. Now, we don't know that he really saw these 8 to 10 foot, big-eyed, big-headed,
weird feet.
That's what it was.
Giant-feeted aliens or whatever. And we've heard some of his stories so far, but he doesn't sound like, sometimes, I'm just going to be honest here. If you're in the UFO community, I'm sorry, okay? A lot of the people that come forward with UFO stories are crazy. You sound crazy.
How dare you?
We had a guy on the show one time. I think he was talking about UFOs or something, but we were trying to interview this guy, and he was crazy, man. And we ended up just hanging up with him because
who was it?
I forgot. It was this guy, and it just like halfway through the interview, we said, "We can't talk to this person. Just too weird."
Our list of people we've interviewed. We've had many a moments where it just we started off real strong and then we all look at each other while we're talking what the hell is going on?
What's happening right now?
Take that, celebrity interviews.
All right, let's go back to this guy. He's explaining his run-in with this alien. Maybe this is real. Maybe he was clapping alien butt cheeks. We don't know yet. I want to reserve judgment here. But he swears this is real. And if that is true, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Big eyes. They have big eyes.
This is 911 call.
I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
911 operator is like, God. Did you hear that was it right there? She said, okay.
I got one of these.
All right. Okay. All right. Here he is.
So
I'm waiting for the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, you could hear whispering. We were in the living room area, and you could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited
on the roof.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
When they arrived, they told me I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out. Here's the body cam of the officer.
Now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? This is real.
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro...
So they went in the backyard.
Great editing.
All right, here's a flag on the field, okay? Now, I don't know.
This is your first flag.
Yeah, this is the first flag. Because I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's telling the truth. But I got a flag here. Because when they go through to his backyard, the body camera was completely blacked out. And they said this is because it was a private residence and they don't show that body cam footage. Which is weird because generally you see the cop going into people's houses and stuff with the body cam. Mm-hmm. They haven't done that before where they block out certain things. Anyhow, maybe that's because there was no alleged crime committed or some other reason. But I would think then, if that was the case, then he could get the body cam footage himself and he could show whatever was on the cop's body cam in the backyard because he's the one whose property it is, right?
Yes.
So, like, if anybody could get it and reveal it to us, that's what I would think that he would be doing.
And one of the officers pointed at the floor, and it was a perfect circle. Here's a photo of the circle I'm referring to.
You see the circle? All right, there's a circle.
Okay, I see the
There's
circle.
A circle on the ground.
Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house, and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw a light.
What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
All right, he's back to tell the
Goosebumps is
story.
freaking out. He started investigating that he told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking
Where'd the
front
aliens
yard.
go?
Then the other officer came here. Here's a video of him talking to my family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
Get it, guys?
Cop humor.
Moments before they left, one of the officers told me,
Wow.
if I see the thing again, to don't call him, just shoot him.
Okay.
And you can
I didn't hear him say shoot.
So
I didn't hear that either.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm out.
Shoot the 8 foot, the
That's a
10
no
foot
for
tall
me.
the alien. Just put a bullet in the alien, okay?
Here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left, and we went inside the house, and we started praying. As we're praying, you could hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard.
Is this it? We're going to play it? No.
This is what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I hope you guys kind of understand what happened to me.
Okay, what do you think? Do you believe him? You think he's lying?
I kind of understand what happened to him. And by kind of, I mean I don't.
Well, he said huge beings, 8 to 10 feet tall, were in his backyard when he was working on a car at midnight. And then there was like lots of steps everywhere and then steps on the roof. And then he didn't say anything else about it. Like, I wanted what happened? Did you go out there and the aliens had disappeared?
I wanted more about the forklift. Was it certified?
Yeah, right. There were some details that were left out here for sure that we need to get back to. But everybody tell us, do you believe him? Do you think this guy's making all this up, or do you believe him? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. Mo DeWitt joins us. Hey, Mo.
Yay.
Good day, Sean.
How are you? How are things going?
Doing well.
I like your shirt today. You look
it's
nice.
Thank you. It was designed by Mr. Fowler.
Oh, look at this
That's
guy.
me.
He's doing
I drew that.
all of the work.
What don't you do?
Well, he's really taking this remote work a little too far.
Have I not done my job?
After doing that shirt, I think you should be able to coast
need
for a
some
little
time
while.
off.
I think you
Okay,
should
that's
too.
fair.
It says, I survived Barriola 2023. And it's got the bear by Lake Eola. Can people get those?
We can make them if people want.
Oh,
them.
my God.
This is a one-off, but
Can you stand up
Right.
so we can see it? Okay.
Yeah, get close.
For those of you watching,
Oh, I see
Face,
that. It's
face
the,
that way.
right here.
It's the.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Look at that. It looks great.
I survived Barriola 2023. If
Wait,
you
did
would
we
want
get
one
an
of
update
those.
on the bear? Did they get the bear?
The bear, they caged him. Yeah.
Oh, good.
They caged him,
I missed
and
that, I guess.
then they released him in some like sanctuary place.
He's
or
over in
something.
Ocala now, I think.
Yeah, that's right. It was a
He'll
fun
make his way
time.
back.
It was a great adventure though, with that bear out there. It pulled Orlando together for once, and we all were
Very
in agreement.
unifying.
Yeah.
That we
Now we're
wanted the
all
bear to
going to
live.
fight each other again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We'll get right back to that as fast as we possibly can. So, Mo, you should really put those out there. I
All
think,
right, we'll
because
work on it.
people are going to go nuts for those, just like they do for one of your most popular things. I'm trying to rate the Mo merch to see which one I think gets the best reaction. And I have to tell you, I think it's the hot sauce.
It's definitely the hot sauce.
I see so much reaction on that hot sauce. And anytime you post it, it's like it goes as fast as you put it out there.
Yeah, people love that hot sauce. I don't know.
And also, people, I guess, gobbled up all of the 4th of July Mo magnets.
They did. I think we have more coming, maybe. I don't
Hey, you know, I don't
am I allowed
kiss
to
and
announce
tell.
that?
Well, here's the thing. This is why people need to make sure they're following you, because they can get this stuff when it comes out. And there's always something fun going on in Moland, so do it.
Try.
Make sure you're following him along. Mo, I got some emails that people have written me asking questions for you.
Also, real quick, congratulations on being nominated for the Orlando Weekly Best of. So be sure to vote for Moses DeWitt Law Firm.
Quite the honor.
In 2 categories, I think.
Yes.
At least. Yeah. And, you know,
one of your employees shares a category with me, so that's going to get real.
Yeah, who are you going to vote for in that?
Yeah, great question.
Put me on the spot.
Best radio voice, which I'm not even up for, even though I clearly have the sexiest voice out of everybody in this room.
Is it Bussecker is the other one, or is it Fowler?
It was Fowler.
Yeah.
I think
Fowler?
he's nominated, too, for something.
Congratulations,
John. He is nominated for something.
You're going to have a difficult
This
decision.
is going to be rough.
Who are you voting
very,
for,
very
Moses?
awkward.
Maybe you should skip the voting on that question.
Literally
just because
in the middle of the two of you.
I'll vote for Josh if Josh votes for me.
Wait, that's going to cross each
Okay,
other.
deal.
No, she's going to do that so she gets you to vote for her, and then she's going to vote
No,
for her.
I
too.
would vote for Josh. I'm not voting for myself.
Why not?
Because that's
You don't think you have a good voice?
No.
I think I have a great voice.
No, people do this.
Thank
and,
you, Whiskey.
And I think this is wrong. People do this. They don't think they should vote for themselves, right? You should always vote for yourself. Like if you were running for president, wouldn't you vote for yourself?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, Trump voted for Biden.
If you lost by 1 vote, then you'd be like, damn, that sucks. I could have voted for myself, and I ruined this whole thing. You should always vote for yourself.
All right.
You should have everybody else vote for you, too. But, always vote for yourself. Okay, real quick. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll throw these email questions at Moses, and we got some other stuff on the list that we got to revisit, and a bunch more coming up with Moses DeWitt. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world.
Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. You're welcome, iPhone users.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Are the Lakers really pursuing Chris Paul? LeBron may want him, but LA doesn't need him. He's an old 38, brittle, no longer able to carry a team on his own. And I like Chris Paul. He's a perfect fit in Boston. He even works for the Clippers. But a LeBron, AD, CP3 trio is a recipe for disaster. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Let's break from your daily routine to chat chalk.
CHOQ.
That's CHOQ. Us Americans love our coffee, but don't love the crash and jitters later. So instead get a natural boost with chalk and make that morning boost last all day long. Chalk is clinically proven to maximize your energy, strength, and focus. Get 35% off any subscription for life with promo code BOOST at chalk.com. Boost the natural you with CHOQ.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. plus B complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations. Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
We're more than truck drivers. We're road pros.
Yep. Want to know the best way to get somewhere? Ask a truck driver. We know where the pavement is smooth and the stop signs are few and far between.
We also know where the best donuts are and where to find the fuel that helps keep our engines cleaner.
Using Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps us get better mileage.
They provide quick ways to pay so you can get back on the road. They're dependable like that.
Pros like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life Imaging FLA. If you're like me, you like to be armed with as much information as possible when making critical decisions. After seeing my mother and my uncle struggle and pass from undiagnosed kidney disease and lung cancer, my uncle never smoked in his entire life, that shook me up pretty good. And those honestly are just a few reasons I decided to get my free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. That's a $699 value, by the way. I just had my scan done. Could not have been easier. Facility is gorgeous. The staff polite, accommodating, and most importantly, informative. It was easy. But now I have the information I need to make great decisions about my health care. Do what I did. Take advantage of this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. It's easy too. Just pick up your phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Don't miss 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your favorites like those tacos, burritos, and more. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Get it while it's hot at Tijuana Flats.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
In a world of ever-changing algorithms, you can still find us here. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Go right into jury duty. No need to play the sound or do all that. We do have our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm hanging out with us today. And Mo, there were some people who had some questions for you, so I'm sure you don't mind answering them, right?
I have to do work while I'm
Yes,
here?
I'm going to require a little bit of work,
boy.
all right? I'm not asking that much.
Why don't you want to play the sound? I feel weird.
All right, fine. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Jury duty officially underway now with our friend Mo DeWitt. Mo, we've been talking about, obviously, the indictment. This is a new one on the former president. And I guess they said these are the first criminal charges against a former president. Total is he's facing up to 100 years with all these charges.
That seems insane.
And like, I guess that was in Miami. Would that mean that the grand jury was in Miami as well?
I would assume so. It's federal court. So it's the federal court in the Southern District down in Miami.
Right. Is there any particular reason why it would be in Miami or?
Well, they probably went to the nearest venue to where he lives, would be my guess. So that way there's no argument about convenient forum. So they could have done it at the federal court in D.C., theoretically speaking. But probably because some of the crimes took place near Miami at Mar-a-Lago, I'm assuming, since that's part of the allegations, that would be the nearest federal court to where the crimes took place. So that would be the proper venue.
Do you think a case like that would be one that they would have cameras in the courtroom?
So it's federal court. So typically federal courts do not allow cameras in the courtroom.
Okay. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
they've
those
been much
weird
stricter on that.
Honestly,
drawings, right?
They do.
Honestly, that's probably good. Like the thing that I think about when I look at all this, I don't know why they were so dead set on trying to push for charges like this. This is going to be incredibly divisive, especially if the dude gets hit on one of these charges and goes to prison for some time. You're going to have people really, really one side of the country will be very happy, right?
Right.
Someone will be.
But
the
like
other
you said, it's
side
divisive.
is very divisive, and I would think that they would have held back on that, but they went through with it. And I don't know, maybe we'll learn more about this where it's like they just had to charge him. He's got more problems. He's got potential charges coming in out of Atlanta or out of Georgia with the election there. He's got the stuff in New York City, which that I don't think he's going to have any problem with.
Yeah, I think that's small potatoes.
Compared to this.
From what we know so far. I mean, the evidence hasn't been released yet.
This was a big deal. We'll see what they say next week when he goes to check himself in on Tuesday. So here's the email I got. This is from Shelly to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, Sean. This question is for Mo. My brother was recently released from prison. He has a potential landlord that is concerned that if she rents to him, knowing his past, that she could be sued if he reoffends while he's a tenant. Is this a possibility? She really wants to rent to him, but wants to make sure she's protected. She's a private landlord. Thank you for any information you can provide. Anything on that, Mo?
So, I mean, the landlord typically would not be liable if he reoffended. The only time he would possibly be liable is if he hurt somebody else on the property, what they call a negligent security claim or something along those lines. Now, those claims have become much harder to bring now under this new legislation. So as long as there's no violent act or somebody's not hurt, there's probably no liability there. And like I said, even so, negligent security cases are pretty much impossible to bring now.
Right.
So the liability is minimal. There's always some liability renting to anyone, frankly. But it's fairly minimal, I would say.
If you rent out to somebody and they get injured in your house, could you be in trouble for that?
If you were negligent in some way, right?
Okay.
So just because they got injured doesn't mean they necessarily can sue you, but there was something wrong and there was some sort of negligence. You failed to maintain the floor, it was all rotted out. Somebody falls from the second story to the first story. Then you could certainly be liable.
Right. Yeah, I see that. All right. To tipsathenewsjunkie.com. Just make sure it doesn't say keep me anonymous. It's 2 tickets to Pound Town emails, Mo, and it says, "What's up, junkies? My wife is currently employed with a local real estate company, and there's a few things that are kind of hinky. My questions
that's
are,
a fun word.
Can an employer demand that an employee report to different offices? They do meetings at another office, and she's been instructed that since she's on the clock, she has to report. Also, her bosses have put it out in multiple meetings that any discussion of pay by the staff would result in immediate termination. These issues are compounded by the fact that there are multiple agents who are openly hostile towards her if they don't get their way. She has brought up this issue to her boss multiple times, only to be told he can't lose any more agents. His job is on the line. Love you guys in the show. Hope you're semi-sober for Mo this week." 2 tickets to Pound Town. So, a couple of questions in there, but one that a lot of people ask is, if your boss says, if you talk about how much you get paid, we're going to fire you immediately.
So I know some states have laws that say, an employer cannot do that. I'm not aware that Florida does. Typically we're an at-will employment state. You can kind of fire anybody for any reason. I'm not sure if it's protected federally or not. But typically you're kind of allowed to talk about your pay if you want to now, but also your employer can kind of fire you for any reason. So just kind of balance those two out, essentially. And if you were to be terminated and it was protected, then you'd obviously have to show that that was the reason you were terminated.
Right. And with the other question she was asking, can your employer mandate that you go to different offices, to more than one office?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess that, I mean, it seems like maybe that might be an inconvenience, but if
Right,
that's
now
part
they
of the
still have to
job,
pay you,
yeah,
know,
of course.
and while you're on the clock, of course, but otherwise, yeah, they can ask you to report wherever.
Yeah, if you don't like it, and if the people are that poisonous in the place, get the hell out of there.
That's probably better advice. I mean, I make Fowler report to Waffle House to meet me all the time. I don't like being alone.
There are worse places. I'm more of a fan of the International House of Pancakes, but
fancy boy.
I think you just say that to be controversial.
Yes,
I have
thank
no idea what
you,
you're talking about.
Joshua.
I say that because it's accurate and it's a delicious upscale place. And I truly enjoy it.
Big fan of the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Oh, you bet your ass. That's very good stuff. Okay, let's talk about the story that was pretty big this week where this woman in Florida, she had a rivalry going on, like a neighborhood dispute that went back years. And we have one woman who was a mother of 4. She had these young kids that I guess really irritated this old lady. And the old lady says this mom of 4 comes over and she's threatening her and pounding on the door and stuff. And she shoots right through the door and kills the mother who's on the other side. And at first, people get all upset when no charges are filed like 5 seconds after these things happen. The first thing is, and let's walk through this, if there's a defense claim, a stand your ground claim, they have to investigate that to dismiss it before they bring any formal charges up, right? So that's just how it works.
Well, yeah, you have to investigate it no matter what, and then the stand your ground could be a defense to the formal charges once they're brought.
Mm-hmm. Well, so
when someone is at the result, like the result is someone dying,
right?
It still blows my mind that they will wait to arrest somebody.
Yeah, I guess if they thought the person posed a risk, still they might think differently.
If you hit someone with your car, you're still being arrested and detained, are you not?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a defense claim. Like, so the problem here is you have 2 people that have gotten into it with each other, and one person has killed the other one. And the person who killed the other one is saying, I did this in self-defense. So now they have to go, did she do it in self-defense? I've never seen law enforcement more publicly sure that somebody didn't do something in self-defense. And then the way they were talking about this lady was kind of wild to me. And maybe not great for the case. But so this woman shot through the door. Right. Obviously, what I said at the time was, if the woman would have broke through the door,
that's a different story,
and entered her house and started coming for her, then you're in a position where you could say, I felt like my life was in danger and I opened fire and I shot her and I killed her. But if the person's on the other side of a door that's still secure, is that going to be a tough case for her?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty much impossible to claim self-defense, or you can't claim castle doctrine or stand your ground or any of those things if there was no effort to break through the door and she didn't have a reasonable fear that the person was going to break through the door to imminently harm or kill the lady behind the door.
She is going to say, though, just to get ahead of this, she is going to say that the woman was like hitting the door, trying to knock the door.
She already did say that.
Yeah, she said like the woman was banging on the side of the place, but
then you have did you hear the other 911 call from the kid in the neighborhood?
I saw that it was out there, but I didn't see it.
And I listened a little bit this morning, and it was like, you can hear him talking to the 10-year-old who just watched his mom get murdered.
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, your mom's in the grass? Oh, it was that lady that always calls the cops on us.
Uh-huh.
And then you get the information that she was mad about the kids playing in the yard and threw stuff at them.
She threw a roller skate at them and like hit one of the kids with a roller skate.
Also illegal.
Right. So, I mean, it seems like she's got a very, very difficult case to prove.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's at your door, even if they're banging on your door, you cannot shoot through the door to injure them or kill them. Now, what you can do is call 911, remain on the other side of the door, and you can stand there with your gun. And the second they enter through the threshold of that door, you can legally shoot them as long as you believe that they're there to harm you or attempt to kill you, essentially.
Right, yeah.
But otherwise, as long as that door is secure, you can't just shoot people because they're standing on your property.
And that makes sense, Yeah. Like I said, if you extrapolate out from this, you could just have people shooting through their front windows at anybody who's stepping on their lawn or something. You need to actually be in a position where you're pinned in and actually threatened. Another one. Let's get into this. This is a little controversial. Let's go down that road.
This show?
The drag shows law. I wanted to ask you about some portions of this because I think it's interesting. one of the laws against these drag shows in the presence of minors was struck down in another state in the last week or so. And in that case, I think that they said that it was specifically targeting like one industry, right?
Okay.
Which they were saying you weren't allowed to do. The Florida law doesn't even mention drag shows. It's really, really broad. And I think what they're going to do...
Like we've seen laws like that before.
Well, it's impossible to interpret, I think. So I think what they're going to do is go after it for being too vague. And how do they determine if a law that's been passed like this and signed by the governor is too vague and therefore they must get rid of it?
Well, it has to reasonably put people on notice because, you know, of course, not everybody knows every law, but the idea behind a law or statute is that it reasonably puts the public on notice of what the criminal conduct would be.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it's not written in such a way where it reasonably puts people on notice as to what they can and cannot do, then it could be unreasonably vague.
Yeah, it seems to me like it leaves too much up to the interpretation of like law enforcement.
Now, would vague fall under though these bills that we find ourselves? I think it was last midterm that we were going through it, and you have something that has to do with solar power, and then the second part of that same
unrelated,
to vaping indoors. Would that not be?
I hate that.
Vague?
That's just piggybacking. So when they're read individually, you can tell what the laws are. They've just kind of mashed them all together into one bill, so you have unrelated parts to it.
Yeah, I hate that. To me, that makes absolutely no sense.
That's just the political negotiations and that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You got time to hang out with us?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Moses is going to stay with us.
Do you want to?
I mean, I try to avoid Fowler usually, but he hates me.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we got a lot more to get into, plus your dispatches are going to be featured on the show. Maybe that's you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. That and a whole lot more on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
From Hummers to EVs and everything in between, it's been 3 decades of Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for riding with us over 30 years.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems those incidents have cleared up. We spoke about earlier, especially the one on the Greenway and also near the 408 on Pine Hills. Actually, east and westbound lanes of the 408 are incident-free, as well as north and southbound lanes of the Greenway. Same goes for the Turnpike, and at this time, just your usual delay on I-4, east and westbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi.
I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is the land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down with RC approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.99 per month for 84 months, 3.9 APR.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch Today, weekday mornings on NBC.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday at Tijuana Flats. Choose 2 full-size entrees, an appetizer, and 2 drinks for just $20. Smack my and call me Sally. 2 for $20 every Friday and Saturday. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio! 104.1.
Myself doing this. I could see myself making this mistake. One of my favorite moments that C-Lane had that I got to witness live and in the flesh, it was so great. He was in the hallway with somebody one time, and they had like a little back and forth, and then C-Lane was going to say either see you later, bro, or see you later, dude. And he said...
it was Bud.
Butter dude, and he said, see you later, bood.
and then went right back in, and then we heard it, and we had a field day.
And he's like,
had a field
and
day.
all you want to do is go back and fix it. Like, I meant dude. Oh, okay, forget it.
It's too late, and then you're too flustered.
Yeah, that's just a mess.
I love when someone goes, hey, how are you? And I'm like, good, how are you? And they're like, good, how are you? And then...
then you loop.
Keep that going all day.
How are you?
Like, somebody needs to give some additional details here. So what I'm talking about is this guy who is a White House reporter, and he was doing an interview on a very serious news station, WMAL in Washington, D.C. Huge news station.
Huge.
Obviously, WAML is in D.C., where politics is the big thing, and so White House reporter, big deal. And he was like saying goodbye at the end of the interview, and the guy accidentally said, I love you to the radio host. And they were like, wait, what? So what'd you say? Here it is.
We'll see what comes out later on. But some of the claims that he has made, they do not hold water.
Well, I'm glad you missed today's presser because we're better for conversing with you, Philip Wegman, at Real Clear Politics. He's the White House correspondent, and the most recent piece today.
Here he goes.
To print. Mike Pence takes the fight to Trump. Thank you, Phil, very much. Great to catch up.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Once it escapes,
oh,
it's like
so great.
You can't like unsend. You can't pull the words
Oh,
back.
I love that so much. Please do it one more time.
And then the guy responds to this.
I love you.
The guy's like, wait, what?
Today went to print. Mike Pence takes the fight to Trump. Thank you, Phil, very much. Great to catch up.
I love you. Thank you.
Our telephone. Did he just say he loved me? Did I just hear Philip say he loved me? Did he think he was talking to his wife for a minute?
Oh, that's great.
I could swear I just heard him say I love you. Did he not just say that? Must be a big fan. I had no idea Philip Wegman was such a Chris Stigall fan.
They're going to give him some
get
heat
over
for
yourself.
it.
Catch you later, Jobin.
Yeah, he's like, I'm so lovable. But Phil Wegman just ended the phone conversation in the wrong way.
I love you.
It happens. I've done that so many times. And, in radio, one of the big ones that happens to us is if we're if somebody's finishing their show and then we're going on after them, they'll go, have a great show. And we're like, you have a great show, too. And it's like, they already had their show.
It's like telling the waiter to enjoy their dinner.
Go enjoy you too. And you're like, damn it, I can't take that back. I've already said it now. Well, Mo, we have to go to an expert on this. I know that you're the legal expert on the show, but there's somebody else who I also listen to for legal advice. I apologize.
This is hurtful.
I didn't mean to.
I was going to say I love you, but that's not happening.
I love you?
No, that's out of the question. O.J. Simpson is my other go-to.
He's got a lot of legal experience.
Yes, yeah, he does. He knows his way around the court system. And I guess he's chiming in on these Trump charges. Let's see what he says.
Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter
Yours
world.
truly here. Well, scrolling TV today, some things jump right out. One is the Donald.
Did he just say scrolling TV today?
He did say that.
I don't know if I'd say it that way.
Waving what is supposedly secret documents and even admitting that they weren't declassified. I don't know if it was bluster or not. All I know is that cannot help him. I'm going to share some advice that I got from some of the greatest legal minds of of our generation, of my lifetime.
You're not
Leslie
lying.
Bailey, Alan Dershowitz,
Who?
Johnny Cochran, Bob Shapiro.
The glove don't
the
fit.
great Barry Scheck and Peter Neufeld. Malcolm Laverne. Here.
Okay,
He's
we
got
get
a
it.
lot of attorneys.
Shout out.
He's like, look, a lot of people have represented me in courts, and I want you to know all of their names. But now, what's the advice?
In Vegas, the one thing they all told me and stressed to me, do not talk about the case publicly. Do not do interviews about the case. The Bakers threatened to quit.
What do you think? Is that good advice? Is O.J. Simpson on the ball here?
That is good advice. You should not talk about the case publicly. Let your attorney do the talking for you.
Is that because anything that you say is going to be brought up in the courtroom?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then maybe like an interviewer gets you tripped up.
Right. I mean, remember the R. Kelly interview? I mean, that didn't go real well for him. I mean,
yeah, it's always
Is
a
that the
good
one
idea.
where he like cried and it was
No, he
really
was
uncomfortable?
mad. He was
like flipped out. I think
he yelled at the lady who was interviewing him from ABC or
Somewhere,
whatever
That was
network
Gail.
it was. Yeah,
It was
and he
Oprah's
snapped.
BFF.
He snapped because he didn't want to have to deal with that. And for Trump, the thing that must be frustrating, I guess, and tell me if you've ever heard of this kind of thing happening before. He's got a big legal team too. Maybe not as big as OJ's, but close, probably, right?
Nobody's got as big a legal team as OJ.
Right. And there's one guy on this legal team who's a new guy, and apparently he just had two of his lawyers that stepped down today, right?
Okay.
And there's one guy on his legal team who's a new guy, and I guess he's not getting along with these other two, which is why they've stepped down and stepped away from representing Trump. Does that happen a lot when multiple lawyers have to work with each other, that there's like friction and it doesn't work?
Well, not usually, because usually you know what you're signing up for in that situation. So, like, OJ had 10 lawyers or whatever it was for the first murder trial, and they all knew what they were signing up for. They knew to some degree who was going to be on the team with them. I'm sure every once in a while people get in disagreements, but I would say it's fairly unusual to just, resign out of the blue, because you kind of typically know a little bit about the person you're going to be working with. Maybe you worked with them before,
Right.
Here, I mean, I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think some of Trump's lawyers are kind of from all over the country, and he's picking and choosing people. Maybe they don't necessarily know the other person, know
Get
their
a group
style,
chat
know how they
coding.
work. Yeah,
Right.
probably sets up a Zoom. Hey, here's the team guys.
Have at it.
Yeah, have at it. So, I mean, there are different styles of representing people, and there can be different views and different opinions, and sometimes they could clash, and certainly could lead to somebody saying, hey, I don't want to be a part of this.
Have you ever been in the courtroom and gotten actually mad and had to, in the moment, suppress that?
Oh, I'm sure I have.
Because I could see myself, if I thought the opposing counsel did something that was really messed up, I could see myself getting actually heated. But the worst thing you could do would be to irrationally respond to that.
Yeah,
and,
you have to be very
freak out.
careful about that.
Like in the Casey Anthony case, there was a moment where Jose Baez started screaming
Yeah, that's
at,
not good.
at the other attorney, and I go, once you do that, it kind of looks like you lost the plot a little bit.
Yeah, you always have to stay professional and stay, even-headed and cool
Right.
and calm and collected when you're in the courtroom.
People don't do that sometimes, though.
It usually doesn't work out well for them.
Right? Yeah. All right. Let's
Hey,
go.
you won.
Let's go to a couple of dispatches. Let's see what people have going on here. By the way, just for the record, did you hear any of that alien guy's story, Mo?
I heard the very end of it.
I want to know if you believe this guy's story. He said he saw
Sean
people.
is really trying to get a whole team
He's
together.
8 to 10 feet tall. He said these aliens were, and they had big shiny eyes and big floppy feet and big faces. And he said that they pitter pattered all over the place, and then somehow they just disappeared. But I mean, he called 911.
Okay.
If you lie to 911, is that a crime?
That is.
So he's putting his life on the line here.
He's not lying.
Is it
He's
true?
not lying. I'm the alien.
You're the alien that was in the backyard?
Yes.
Why did you pick this guy's house?
I made a wrong turn. I was supposed to end up in Florida. I wanted to go to Universal.
Oh, and you crashed,
Yeah, I was, my bad. I had a TomTom.
Did you? You gotta update that thing. Those are old.
That works just fine in outer space.
Well, were you upset that this guy was so freaked out by you?
Yeah, I tried to give him just like a dab, I believe you guys call it.
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to dab him, and he freaked out, grabbed his tools, because I was going to steal those.
Right.
And
You got to fix your craft.
And then I saw the cop and I ran.
Okay. I mean, now what are you up to? Or
Just gonna go on vacation a little bit. Try to meet some new friends.
what does an alien do on vacation?
Drink.
Oh, same thing then.
Party
It's very
time.
similar to what we do here.
We're not so different.
Then probably, I don't know, take over someone's body and then the world.
Is there any message you'd like to send to this man? Nobody believes him that he saw you.
Stop being a little bitch.
What? He's just trying to tell the world about his experience.
He's a little bitch about it.
He had an auto body experience.
Yeah, he did have an auto body experience, so he said.
I gotta go.
See you later, alien.
Bye.
There we go. Look at that. Exclusives on the show today, Mo. That doesn't happen
I'm
on
not
these
doing
other
my
radio
character
shows.
again.
I know you go on all these other radio shows, Moses. You know, you're on Tom and Dan last night.
Love
and,
them.
And then he's going to a Tampa radio show after this.
Not a huge fan of that.
It feels a little hurtful. It does.
You know, there's people talk crap about us.
They would
Do
never
they?
say it. They would never say
They
a
did
bad
when we
word
first
about you.
started.
Oh,
remember?
they did a long time ago. Yeah.
Sean had
everyone
to-
said talk
Sean's
crap when he
first
started.
lesson for me in radio. We like Tampa radio station found out about us, and they were I don't know what they said, but I was like, Sean, are they allowed to do that?
She was like, "Are they legally allowed
That
to do
doesn't seem right. It's not fair." And he's like, "No, we're just gonna ignore it, and they're eventually gonna stop." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." But
Yeah.
you know, my parents are listening.
We don't have a war with them. We should.
Yeah.
I wish we had a
No.
good war going on.
Or we all get along.
Yeah, for now we're getting along, but
We don't talk to each other much. Will you tell them we said hi
I'll let 'em
on
know.
the air?
Yeah, tell them on the air.
Give them a magnet.
Say when they say it's good to be here, you know, like, or it's nice of you to be here, Moses. Say, you know, it was better earlier when I was on the
Okay,
news
no,
junkie.
that starts fights.
Yeah.
Real radio.
Yeah, please, yeah, get that in there, or the website or something.
Yeah.
If you can work that in. Otherwise,
love it.
we just feel like you have violated our relationship rules.
Wow. Okay, I'm not part of this.
Ooh, that's
I'm just saying.
that hurts.
You know, I know
That's a
that
dagger
you,
right
you
there.
got to get your message out to other people, but if you had to rank the other shows and us,
We're all on a plane together. You have a parachute.
Yep.
And then you have enough parachutes for one of those shows.
yep, who gets?
Is Loveless lying?
You can't push Loveless out. What are you going to do here?
Sweet
I mean,
Loveless.
you guys are my number one. You know
Yeah!
that.
He says that to all
Take
the
that.
shows.
I know he does.
Take that other show, whatever their name is. I forgot about them.
Who charges you more?
What? No. it's just how much money you make, Mo. It's like, let's
Get down to brass tacks.
Yeah, let's see how we can make it.
I'm just kidding.
All right,
We love
here-
everybody.
Here is Chaos with the dispatch.
Hey, News Junkies. I believe this is my first actual dispatch.
Hey,
All right.
cool.
Speaking about the guy who said I love you accidentally. Just about 3 weeks ago or so, I was talking to my ex-wife on the phone, and went to say bye, and I said, all right, I love you, bye.
Oh,
And
to your
she
ex.
just sat there, and then she went, okay, bye, and then hung up. And I'm just so used to talking to my girlfriend. I called her back when I realized what I'd done, and I called her back. I'm like, you know, that was just a habit thing. So, oh, it's okay. It's
He's
okay.
probably overdoing it. He's like, I don't love you.
Yeah.
I really don't love
I
you.
haven't loved you for years.
Hate you. Never really did.
Got a divorce for a reason, you know? I doesn't want to be with you anymore. You start ruining things. My sister was brutal for a little while because, you know, she's very similar to me with emotions and stuff. And I would go, after some time has gone on, and I hadn't seen her in a while, I'd talk to her on the phone, and I'd be like, all right, I love you. And she'd just hang up the phone. Like, damn, brutal.
Okay.
She did it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and then I think she realized it, and then she would say it back, and I'm like, oh, okay, I feel a little less weird about this now. Here is, let's see, Dispatch Dan chiming in.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
All this alien talk is reminding me of a friend of mine that I had who's now passed. But he always told the story. He was an old crop dusting pilot, and he always told the story of you know, one time he was abducted by aliens, and you know they did things to him. He never really went into detail. He was kind of also a little bit of a alcoholic, but
Yeah, that happens
he was
sometimes.
always
Completely
known
unrelated.
for you know, crop dusting the wrong field and whatnot. Had some, you know, family issues, but
This is a movie,
I
isn't
guess everything changed for him when he had this encounter,
Is it
and nobody would
Signs?
ever believe him.
I don't know
until one day,
Russell,
much like this guy that we're talking about,
Oh,
taking us
had an encounter.
Yeah. Oh, what is
and,
it?
And people started believing him, and the military asked for his help.
Yeah.
And
Hate you,
he got to
dispatch
fly an
man.
F-18 right into the bottom of a spacecraft.
All right.
It's pretty cool. They're out there, guys. I mean, look him up. Russell Case is the guy's name.
Don't do that to me.
I'm back.
I believe this guy. I believe the Midnight Mechanic. I think he's telling the truth. I think these aliens are real. And I'm excited to see what happens between us and the aliens. It can only go good, right? Could be
It
bad.
can only go good.
As they say, it can only go good. Let's work in just a couple of more here. We might as well, right? It's Friday. We can do whatever we want over here. Here is Rob Ross.
Good afternoon, junkies. The alien guy sounded like the plot for Signs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, climbing on the roof and all that stuff. And if you want a war, Ryan Holmes will stand with you because he wanted a war with some other station for the longest time. So you know what? Real radio wars. How's that?
I know.
Y'all have a
I
good
almost
day.
want to give it to him. He's been very, very desperate to get in some sort of radio war.
Didn't he want a war with you?
He did, yeah, yeah. And I was happy to have the war. I was fine with that. But everybody else on his show said, you're on your own. They left the man out there on the battlefield all by himself, and the war ended fairly quickly, maybe as quick as it started. Here is Husky Hemsworth.
Hello, junkies.
Hey.
Happy Friday. So on top of that, I love you story.
Yeah.
Which is adorable. You know that Volto shame you have internally?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for no reason. You
I
have
got
to be
one.
reminded that one time when you were 7, you embarrassed yourself real bad. So I remember in 5th grade, Miss Marty's class did something special. I got a prize for it. And instead of saying, thank you, Miss Marty, I said, thanks, Mommy.
Oh,
Like,
that'll
real
get you.
Real weird. And never lived it down.
Yeah, if you call your teacher mom, they'll get you,
It
man.
gets so
That's rough.
embarrassing.
Yeah, everybody at school is going to get you, and you're not going to be escaping that anytime soon. They released the indictment, I guess, against former President Trump, like 40-something pages long, and people are poring over that now.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to watch. Is there ever a case where they drop an indictment on somebody and then it doesn't end up going to trial? Or does it like just have to go to trial from there?
Well, no, I mean, cases could resolve. They could be dismissed later if evidence comes out. So the indictment's essentially just the charging document stating what the charges are that are being brought against the individual.
Mhm.
So, once they review the evidence, maybe they find some exonerating evidence, they could certainly drop the charges, or, there's some sort of resolution could be reached, a plea deal could be reached, or if it isn't, then ultimately it goes to trial.
Yeah, and does he get this at the same time as everybody else, or would they have gotten it
I
already?
think, in the New York case, I'm pretty sure he had the indictment before it was unsealed.
Because he dropped the news. He's breaking
Yeah.
the news of his indictments.
And I'm guessing in this case, he probably had it as well before it was unsealed.
Mhm.
Probably when he started making the announcement, what was it? Wednesday, Tuesday night,
Yeah,
something like
I
that?
think so.
He probably had received a copy at that point in time, would be my guess at least.
Right, they send it to his attorneys, and then like from that it goes to him. And I'll see what's in. I'm going to read it this weekend just so I know what's going on with that. And we'll see if he takes OJ's advice. I don't know that he will, but we'll see if he does. And when we come back, we got more of you, plus a situation I actually want to run by Moses if you got some more time.
I'm here.
Just a little more time from you. I want to run this situation in Washington, D.C. by you because I think it's an interesting one, and I'm interested to hear your take on it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Holding your virtual hand as the world crumbles. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems those incidents have cleared up. We spoke about earlier, especially the one on the Greenway and also near the 408 on Pine Hills. Actually, east and westbound lanes of the 408 are incident-free, as well as north and southbound lanes of the Greenway. Same goes for the Turnpike, and at this time, just your usual delay on I-4, east and westbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don from thatmortgageguydon.com does a live radio show every Saturday morning? That's right. Each week on Saturday mornings right here on Real Radio 104.1. Don and his crew answer your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. And if you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't you worry. You got a shot to listen to all the informative episodes, over 180 to be exact, right there on thatmortgageguydon.com. Or, of course, wherever you download podcasts, just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now, Don and his crew, they're answering your questions live, but they're also pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. They're explaining the mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. It can be complicated, but not when it comes to That Mortgage Guy Don. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like an actual human and not like a number like the other mortgage companies would. So start the process today with someone who's going to be your friend throughout all of it by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd at T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders can score tickets and other awesome experiences before anyone else for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last.
Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details.
What's in your wallet?
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, right now, by booking your $159 AC rejuvenation at CoolToday.com.
Call today, cool today, CoolToday.com.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
I'm back! And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for fresh from Florida where you shop.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day meets today.
Watch the Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Days. We're celebrating with lots of savings.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking for extra chairs to host my pickleball team dinner.
We have lots of offers to help you make the most of summer, including those pickleball dinners.
Oh, Terrific.
Plus, buy your tickets for the Swedish Midsummer Buffet on June 23rd in store. Check your local store for more details or go to ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid 5/30 to 7/4. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next. And here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years. And right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Carlos Mencia on June 9th and 10th.
I don't even get drunk around my fat friends.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. Food runners, dish. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
The roar of the crowd. Thousands singing as one. Live music delivers happiness. This summer, Yellowtail and iHeartRadio are teaming up to create exciting moments with Happiness Live. Access to a lineup of amazing music events that bring the joy of live experiences to fans across the country. And live events pair perfectly with the refreshing taste of Yellowtail wines. Find out how you could win the chance to attend an incredible concert event by visiting a retailer near you or at iHeartRadio.com/yellowtailwine.
Hi, I'm Joel Osteen. I've learned that your life follows your thoughts. You can't think negative and live positive. If you'll get your mind going in the right direction, your life will go in the right direction. I have a podcast where I talk about how to live positive, grateful, expecting good things. The feedback I often hear is that people enjoy the podcast because they find it encouraging and inspiring. Listen to the Joel Osteen podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Heard on the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Dispatches in just a moment from the News Junkie app or thenewsjunkie.com. We got our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm with us. Injured on the go, just call Mo, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. You got any trademarks, Mo?
We got a lot of trademarks.
Oh, man, you're collecting them over there.
We try.
Well, I got to ask you about this because Sealand brought this story up, and we were talking about it, and I wonder if this is going to change for everybody the experience of going to the pet store even now. What happened here was there was a case that went all the way, believe it or not, to the Supreme Court, and it was Jack Daniels, the liquor company, and they were suing this company. I don't even think it was a very big company that made a product called Bad Spaniels, like as in Spaniels the dog. And it looked like, excuse me, it looked like a bottle of liquor, but it's like a fake squeaky toy thing for the dog.
Right.
Now, to me, and I think to everybody else, it looks like that's pretty clearly parody.
You can't drink out of it, so it's not Jack Daniels.
And there's like, how are you going to have brand confusion? When people look at it, it says Bad Spaniels, but Jack Daniels won.
Yeah.
And what does that mean for anybody else who's doing, parody type stuff for their products?
So the Bad Spaniel had won at the appellate court, and then it went to the Supreme Court, and Jack Daniels ultimately won. And the Supreme Court basically said that this is to be narrowly applied, kind of implying that it's not supposed to have kind of widespread repercussions for the case law, essentially.
Right.
But what they essentially said in this case is that the Bad Spaniel dog toy so similarly resembled the Jack Daniels, where it had potentially infringed on a number of trademarks, like the old number 7, they had old number 3 or something like that. Every little thing that they had trademarked, the style of the bottle, it was the same.
Right.
And so their opinion essentially said that a consumer could reasonably think that somebody at Jack Daniels thought it would be a good idea to make dog toys and that it was related to Jack Daniels.
Okay.
Because usually the test in trademark cases is the likelihood of confusion to the consumer.
Mhm.
So kind of off the bat, you would think, well, there's no likelihood of a liquor versus a dog toy. The Supreme Court here basically said, well, Jack Daniels does make other products, and they could reasonably make a dog toy
Mhm.
and put their branding on a dog toy, so it could potentially cause some confusion.
Potentially.
So they remanded it back to the appellate court, or back to the trial court rather, to look at the case again based on this opinion, and we'll see what they do.
Oh, because this is not over then.
It's not over yet.
Okay,
no.
that's interesting. So I thought the buck stopped with the Supreme Court. They're saying they're pushing it back down to a lower court to make the decision on it.
They are, because what they said is the lower court used the wrong standard. The lower court did not consider the likelihood of confusion. In this case, they thought it was an exception to that. The Supreme Court said, no, you have to look at the likelihood of confusion, and potentially there could be confusion because of this reason.
The problem is if this would have been a widespread kind of thing, it would have killed parody. Like, that just kills parody.
Yeah.
It's been something that's really important, I think, to allowing people to be creative and remix and put things out there. And C-Lane was bringing up when we were talking about this, you walk through a pet store, and down the aisles they have White Paws instead of White Claws.
Isn't there one behind you? Isn't that Jameson bottle one?
No, that's from a different thing.
Oh.
That's an artist.
I'm sorry.
That's a famous artist who's
I
been
have bad eyeside. I can't see from
He's
here.
calling your knickknacks a dog toy.
I got dog toys back here?
I don't know.
Only
Lady
the
might
best.
come
A
in.
dog would love that.
Probably, but that's too expensive to give to a dog. That I'm keeping. I'm keeping
How
it
much
away.
did you pay for that?
I'm not telling you.
It looks like a dog toy.
It's from Sow Your Soul. You don't know about this? I'll teach you how to be cool one day.
Oh,
if you
God.
want.
After saying that statement, I
I'll
don't know if
teach
I'll
you.
ever learn.
Sean's masterclass on how to be cool.
You sounded so sensitive. It's from Sow Your Soul.
Yeah, so I just thought this could be real bad for parody overall, but it sounds like that's much, and they said specifically more narrow.
Yeah, I think they're
in
trying
terms of
to
how they take it.
avoid that, but we'll see what happens with it.
One other thing I wanted to tell you about was there was a judge in Washington, D.C., who ruled on something that I think is kind of interesting here. It says a judge in D.C. has ruled the smell of marijuana burning has become a pain in the neck for the woman who lives next door. So this woman is in a duplex that shares a wall with another woman. And the person in there is big on smoking weed. They smoke a lot of medical marijuana.
All day.
The smell, though, goes over and into the other person's house who's on the other side of the duplex. And the judge ruled in the favor of this woman who is getting the weed smell going into his house. It says on Monday, Judge Ebony Scott ruled while Cackett has the right to buy medical marijuana, he doesn't have the right to infringe on his neighbor's right to fully enjoy her home. And what does that mean for, like say somebody does smoke medical marijuana? If their neighbor says, oh, I can smell it and, I don't want to smell that, you're infringing on my rights. Would there be some sort of case there potentially?
If you're smoking inside, now, I think really all this means is that they have to smoke outside the property. But, you can...
Which would be worse?
Yeah. But, if they were smelling it outside, they wouldn't really have much of a case. But
Doesn't matter outside.
Yeah, I mean, typically you do have the right to enjoyment of your property. If there is something like cigarette smoke or marijuana smoke or, something else that's infringing on that does kind of violate your rights. So, yeah, they just have to smoke outside. Now, the courts typically cannot tell somebody, even if they're a tenant, that they can't smoke anywhere on the property. You can say you can't smoke indoors, but you can't prohibit them from smoking outdoors.
Right. Because there was another case like this one time where there was a guy, talk about bad neighbor pairing. There was a guy who was really big into barbecuing, and his next door neighbor was a vegan. And the vegan was arguing that the smoke was like an assault on her.
Right.
As the smoke poured into their yard.
God, but it smells so good.
I would love it. I'd be all about it. But she wasn't so thrilled about this. And because it's outside, I guess you just got yourself in a different
there's
situation.
not much you can do there.
The other thing, last thing we'll bother you with here, Mo, all right? The case of this Scott Peterson guy. Not that Scott Peterson, but the guy who was the on-duty police officer during the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas high school attack. That guy is currently on trial. One thing that's pretty crazy to me, he's a 60-year-old dude. Basically, he's a giant coward, right?
Right.
When he could have gone into this school to help save these kids, he was the person who was tasked with saving anybody in the case of an emergency. An emergency came, and he didn't do anything, right? He hid it while the shooting went on and on and on. And he certainly could have potentially saved some lives here. He's facing 97 years in prison for inaction.
Yeah.
97 years, not for inaction, right? Let me try to say that as clear as I can, because this is one of those weird things when somebody is being tried for a crime of inaction, something that they did not do, as opposed to something that they did. Generally, you go to prison after you rob a bank, do this, do this, do this, do this. You don't generally charge people for not doing things.
I think it would fall under like Good Samaritan law. People try to get charged for not doing anything about it, but it would be your choice. Now, the fact that this is a cop is what changes it?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's very rare for any charges like this to be brought. I don't know that I've ever heard of another case similar to this, but obviously, given the magnitude of the situation that occurred, they've opted to bring charges. I have to look at the statute that they charged him under.
They charged him with 7 counts of felony child neglect, 3 of culpable negligence, and 1 of perjury.
So, I mean, the perjury one aside, yeah, the other ones were certainly not. Those laws were not designed to contemplate this situation.
No.
So they're trying to find a law that kind of applies.
Right, and child neglect seems like it's going to be really hard. How are you getting 7 specific instances of children that he neglected by not moving? And he's going to say, I was not equipped with a bulletproof vest at the time.
Right. Did he have a duty, under the child neglect statute? Yes.
I'm sorry. Something's wrong with me.
To care for that child. Because usually child neglect is, abuse, neglect, abandonment, right? So they're claiming neglect here, I guess, because he didn't go in to try to rescue them. But was that really contemplated by the statute? Obviously, it's a horrible thing. But when you look at the strict construction of the statute, I don't think that's really what that statute contemplated.
No, it seems more like a show trial to me. Like the people were upset at this person and they wanted justice for the person that was a coward in this situation. And so they pushed forward with these charges. But yeah, he's facing 97 years in prison.
And, we've seen some cases before where people call 911 and they're at their house and they say someone broke in the house and they're raping me. I escaped to call you real quick. And the cops come and knock on the door. Nobody answers and they leave. And there they said the police have immunity. So, you kind of look at the two together and which is it? Do they have immunity or can we prosecute them criminally?
It would set quite the precedent, right? So, like, if a police officer doesn't run into a dangerous situation after this, the cop has now committed a crime by not going in. When I don't know that that's ever been done before. Okay, quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday and the week. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Crash Test Funny. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Today is a Fox 35 storm alert day. We are monitoring the potential for some strong to severe storms to arrive mainly between 3 and 9 o'clock this evening. Heavy rain, frequent lightning, gusty winds, as well as small hail will be possible. Make sure you're staying weather aware and depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
If you're a pro painter, do you know how much you're paying per gallon for paint? Paint stores try to convince you that you're getting a good deal with deep discounts. But what they don't tell you is their starting price is too high to begin with. If you buy paint from the Home Depot, you're getting the lowest price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Wow, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Aw, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
Rise and shine, honey. We don't want to miss our flight.
Our flight is in 7 hours. And we have TSA PreCheck with our Navy Federal flagship credit card.
TSA PreCheck. Getting my bugle through security will be so much easier now.
Learn how you can earn up to 3 times points on travel with the flagship credit card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Let's break from your daily routine to chat Chalk.
CHOQ.
That's CHOQ. Us Americans love our coffee, but don't love the crash and jitters later. So instead, get a natural boost with Chalk and make that morning boost last all day long. Chalk is clinically proven to maximize your energy, strength, and focus. Get 35% off any subscription for life with promo code BOOST at chalk.com. Boost the natural you with CHOQ.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Radio.
Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. Woo. Mo, thanks for hanging out with us. We always appreciate you.
I love you.
Love you
I
too.
love you. Okay.
Love you too. Right back.
I love you too.
I awkwardly, after this whole thing came up, Slick just said, "I love you" down the line as he was leaving, and then I just said bye.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, damn it, I had my opportunity. I screwed it up.
Hurtful.
He was helping us out today, and I think he's going to be with us on Monday as well.
That is correct. Any word on C-Lane and all the smog?
I haven't heard anything back.
He got
Any
lost.
I hope he can breathe. It was really bad. Did you see any of that footage, Mo?
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
When it was getting like orange skies and stuff? Holy cow.
Oh, a big question of ours was like, as a pilot, Moses, you can fly through that or no?
It depends how thick it is. You could probably fly through that.
They shut down LaGuardia for a little bit. Not too long, but they shut it down
but if
for
you
a
get
little while.
enough smoke in there, I think it can affect the engines, the air intakes of the
Really?
engines.
Hell no.
Yeah, it makes sense because that stuff is, they were saying it's harmful to even breathe in.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's do a couple final dispatches. Here he is. Here's our friend Slick, or DJ Livewire.
What's up, News Junkie? This is Shaba. My name is Shaba.
Nailed it.
And I'm pretty peed off because I don't understand why they didn't nominate DJ Livewire as the best DJ in Orlando. I mean, they gave it
Me
to
too.
Angel, and I like him. He's cool, but he's no Livewire.
No.
I mean, Livewire is the best DJ in town, and he just so happens to be besties with Sabrina. So what is this? I mean, I think we should probably get some protests going. I think that you guys should help him champion DJ Livewire and get this guy nominated. He deserves it.
I agree.
I'm going to let you finish. But he's the greatest DJ of all time. Out.
Thank you, man.
Oh, wait, I have
Appreciate you. He really is like a really good DJ. Like Slick is like a really
It's
good
old school vinyl.
Yeah, like a vinyl scratching, mixing.
Why don't you get an in-studio DJ?
We could do that.
That would be so much
I can't
fun.
afford him. He's too high level, man.
Maybe just one day.
Yeah, one day, one off. We could do that. All right. You know what? We got to get out of here. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut and see what we have. Oh, actually, an email on the way out. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. James emails, "This is my first time contacting you, but curiosity has gotten the best of me. How accurate and on point is that Found Money app that you guys were talking about today? Because I just looked up my name on that Found app, and how do you collect on that? If you can help me out, just let me know." I don't know about the app. We were using a website when we did this.
Yeah, and that was like back in the day.
Yeah, the state of Florida one is really easy to use.
Yeah, I think I got like $25 from them a few months ago.
Well, I did it just kind of joking around because they're like, anybody could have money attached to the number or to the name. And I looked, and there was like some Google thing somehow.
Yeah.
And
I had nothing, but I definitely sent it to my parents, and my dad had a bunch.
It's real. Yeah, it's a real thing. So it's worth searching. I think, Florida Treasure Hunt. Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is, yeah.
So just Google that. And you'll find it. I wouldn't do it on an app because you might find that they're doing like some go-between
like a
thing.
third party where they're charging a fee or percentage or something. Yeah.
You don't want to do that. There's no need for it. Okay, here we go.
Unless you want to give us the money.
Let me go over here and over here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, June 9th, 2023. What are you guys doing over there? What are you up to?
Treasure hunting.
I don't trust
I
you.
looked up my name and found a guy that's currently living in Hillsborough County Jail. That's his address.
Today it's sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this movie's series.
Indiana Jones.
That's right, Indiana Jones.
Do you guys want to play? Or?
We're playing.
Oh, this is a game?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Steven Spielberg wanted Arnold Toth to be a cyborg with a metal arm that could turn into a flamethrower or a machine gun and have a light instead of an eye. George Lucas said these are stupid ideas. We should not do this and get out of here.
Thank you, George.
Yeah, screws everything up, that guy. Today, the Constitution made no provision for replacing vice presidents who have died or departed before finishing their terms. As a result, the office has been vacant for almost 38 years in the nation's history. That's, simply put, if the vice president of the United States dies, there's nothing that says you have to have another vice president.
Oh, okay.
If you're the president, you can just be like, I'm mega president now. I'm president and
Super
vice
ultra mega president.
Yeah,
I'm the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I don't
now.
need anybody else in here with me. Today from this guy right here.
George. Oh,
George. That's right, George
So loud.
Thorogood. Sorry, and the Destroyers. they completed what they called the 50-50 tour, in which the band played shows in all 50 U.S. states in just 50 days. In fact, they even played a concert in Washington, D.C., the same day they did a show in Maryland, so they could get 51 concerts in total. And I think Metallica is one of the only bands that's played on like all the continents. They did a show in Antarctica, which obviously not a lot of bands have done. Today I learned more so than bears in Yellowstone National Park, the thing to be scared of are the hot thermal pools.
That's what I call my hoo-ha.
Over 20 people have died right in front of Mo. Oh,
Mo knows.
Now he does.
I mean, okay, that's not
now
what I
he
meant.
does. No, wait, that sounds even worse. Today I learned this song.
Lay Down Under.
That's right, Land Down Under or Down Under.
Whatever.
It had a major lawsuit 3 decades after its release. Greg Ham, who played that flute riff, that sweet-ass flute that you hear in the background, he was accused of stealing that from a 1935 children's rhyme song. The band lost the case, and Ham was so devastated that his drug addiction worsened, and he eventually passed away.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Dark. Sorry. I went too dark.
Now
I apologize.
he's down 6 feet under.
And today in this band...
Dashboard Confessional.
That's right. Yeah. Dashboard Confessional is correct. So the singer of Dashboard Confessional was so inspired by Spider-Man 2 that after a special early screening, he scrapped the original song they planned and wrote the song Vindicated. This is not it, but I just like this song.
Close enough.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back Monday, same time, same place in West Palm Beach. Rover's up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show, and it's all right here on Real Radio.
Jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems those incidents have cleared up. We spoke about earlier, especially the one on the Greenway and also near the 408 on Pine Hills. Actually, east and westbound lanes of the